Hi, chat. Hello, hello. Happy Monday. I will now be saying that for every single day. But hello, hello. It is so good to see all of you. How are y'all doing? I hope you're doing really well, even on Tuesdays. It's not Tuesday. I know that the other day I might have said Monday on Tuesday, but we'll just ignore that. We will just ignore that. Let me see who got first crew. Hold on. Micah, Hollow, Marilyn Thomas, and Felipe, congratulations for snatching one of the first 5. And then I saw some streaks. I saw people streaking liquor. Thank you so much for the 245 stream streak. Wild. Wild. And Rose, thank you so much for the 155 stream streak. Also wild. That's also a crazy amount. Thank you so much. And then we have Seekin with the 5 stream streak. Thank you so much. And then Magda with the 250 stream streak. This is getting out of hand, guys. At this point, you're going to get close to a year eventually. Also, Wills, thank you so much for the 60 stream streak. Donut with the 255 stream streak. Absolutely wild. You guys are wilding. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Also, hi, Molly. Welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I hope all of you guys are doing well. For anyone who I didn't see during co-working, I mean, even if you were here during co-working, I still hope you had a lovely weekend. I hope you had a good Saturday and a good Sunday. I know that a lot of you were actually here yesterday when we were doing the cooking stream. Sorry. I had food, but I feel like there's food in my teeth. Hold on. Let me check. I have to make sure. There's no food in my teeth, but I feel it, which is annoying. Also, hi, Chris. It's good to see you. You did. Let's go. I'm happy to hear that. What did you do over the weekend? I mean, you guys know what I did. I mean, partially because you were there for it. I cooked a lot. And mostly on Sunday, I prepared the cooking stream, did like the setup, and which was actually kind of funny because I wanted to use my laptop. And I realized I hadn't used my laptop in a really long time. The last time I used my laptop was in March when I went to DreamHack. And my laptop is one of those things. I don't need it super often, but I need it enough that if I didn't have one, it would be a problem. And I need to be like able to edit and stuff on it. So I have like a fancy laptop that I only use ever so often. But it's still really nice that I have it. It's still very convenient. But I had to do like all the 5 million Windows updates and it logged me out of everything. So I had to fix that, which took way longer than expected. But it's kind of convenient because now I've already done that to, like, I basically need that for Gamescom anyways because I need to take my computer. Or not my computer. Imagine just showing up to Gamescom with my computer and a monitor. And like, yeah, I'm going to edit here. What do you mean? I'm back at 100K channel point. That is wild. You just got like a second Rose roll. But yeah, tier 3 does go very fast. That is a good point. Tier 3 is like actually ridiculous. I'm intercepting Artemis. Oh, you're going to steal my PC? Do you not want me to stream anymore? Is that what you're trying to say? People would understand showing up to a gaming convention with your gaming PC. Like just to every booth, like, can you just load it up on my PC? Thank you very much. Just taking all the games. I mean, honestly, I'm probably going to see a lot of games that I want to play. I'm going to have to figure out, I'm going to have to like prepare a little note-taking system for myself or something because I already know there's going to be so many good games and I'm going to want to note down like the title and the studio and maybe like contacts of the studio and stuff like that so that when I come home and I want to reach out to them, I'll remember who was who because otherwise it's going to be messy, I'm afraid. I fear that could go really wrong. You did, and you got a lot of books on Saturday when book shopping. Did you get all the ones that you wanted to buy, Micah? Because I know you had a list. Exactly. It's between where I can feel it, but you can't see it. I just wanted to make sure that you can't see it because I don't know. That's a pet peeve of mine when people have food between their teeth. If I ever have food between my teeth on stream, please tell me. Or like just in general, when there's like something on my face or something's weird, just tell me. I honestly rather have someone tell me so that I can fix it than no one saying anything and everyone going like, is she aware of the fact that, I don't know, she has like something on her forehead? To be fair, a lot of things I can see myself, but something in between my teeth, I obviously don't catch always. You have another PC. I can deal with 720p streams while I'm on Artemis. Why would you have 720p streams while you were on Artemis? Why? My other PC can just do HD streams as well. I know, Chris. Same. I really like the monthly recaps. And I'm so sad that they removed them. They were so enjoyable to check. Also, I'm good, Senator. How are you? I hope you're doing well. But now the question of who my top streamer is at the end of the month will be a lot more interesting. I have a feeling it's going to be real close. That's true. You won't know. Like at the end of the year when you get your full recap, you really won't know who it is because you haven't been able to check in the meantime. But they were not all at the stores, but I might have ordered them because I really wanted them. That is so fair. That is so fair. A lipstick, teeth, face. Exactly. I'm truly of the belief of like not commenting on people's looks unless it's something they can fix within like a minute or something. Like if something is between their teeth or if like, I know, maybe there's like a stain on their glasses or their t-shirt or like something that they can immediately fix, or at least you want them to be aware of so that they could decide to fix it or not. But like not commenting on something that someone cannot fix, like, oh, your nose is really big. Like, no, that's not what we do. But it's interesting that not everyone realizes that. Some people find it hard to know the difference between commenting on looks and commenting on looks, you know? Yes. Oh my God. I would love to see it, Mike. I would love to see it. Not bad. I'm happy to hear that. Exactly. If they can't fix it in 5 seconds, I mean, even like a stain on a t-shirt or something, you can say it to someone if you know them well enough. Like it's not your commenting, like it's not like you're commenting on something really, I don't know, personal or something, but it's more so like, oh, there's like a stain on the back of your t-shirt. If you put it in the washer, like make sure that you can put some extra soap on it or something. They might just miss that. Or like if the stain is in like a spot where they might want to cover it up or something like that. You have a stain pen. I didn't even know that was a thing, but that's so useful. I once told someone he was wearing his t-shirt inside out. Exactly. That is a perfect thing. That is a perfect thing to comment on. Because that's something that someone can fix really fast. Maybe they did it on purpose though. You never know. Also, I love that there is a poll. Would you tell Rosanna if she had spinach between her teeth? Would not happen to her. I love that you guys think that. That's very sweet. But no, that definitely happens to me. I'm also just a human. Imagine if that's your superpower. You never get any food between your teeth. I actually would love that. I know that sounds really silly as a superpower, but I have this like in the back of my mouth. There's like 2 molar teeth who had that, like one of them had a hole in it, so they had to fix it, and they fixed it in a way that they basically put the filling really close to my other teeth. So now I always have food stuck there, and I always have to carry like, you know, the little toothpicks, like the rubbery ones. Like every single time I had food, I had to fix it. And I didn't have that before, and it's really annoying. And I already asked my dentist, I was like, can you fix it so that food doesn't get stuck? And he's like, nope, this is just the way that this is the way that the filling's set and I can't change it. And I'm like, okay. He's like, I can change it when we change your filling. And I was like, okay, well, next time you do a filling, please keep this in mind. He was like, yeah, I'll think about it. I once noticed I wore my shirt front to back while I was already sat at class in uni. Then I turned around without taking it off, and it was kind of unnecessary. You were like putting your arms in it and then shuffling it around. Exactly. I have plants everywhere. It's just they're meant to get in my teeth. No, not meant, but they'll eventually get in my teeth. But I appreciate so many of you say that it wouldn't happen to me. I appreciate the fact that you guys think that I am such an organized person that even spinach will get noticed before disaster strikes. As a person with sensory issues, I totally get that. Yeah, so the thing is, I know it's a lie, but I also get that he doesn't want to fix it because it, like, he would have to, he tried to fix it, which it did get better, but my teeth are also ridiculously close to each other. So it is, in fact, he probably would have to take out the filling and put in a new one, which I also hate that feeling. So, I don't know. Spinach got nothing on you. Exactly. Too strong for spinach. Also, Starberry Zell, welcome in. I hope you're doing so well. It is very nice to have you. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to let me know. But I hope you're doing well today. I mean, I have plants everywhere, but I certainly hope that my other plants don't get between my teeth. Wait, how did you read that, Hollow? And why did Thomas say, "Oh my God, Hollow, no"? I feel like I'm missing out on something here. I highly recommend 420. I don't know if that's the thing they're referring to. I truly feel out of the loop now. But Miss Mouth Stain Remover, it's geared for kids. Oh. I mean, honestly, then it's a good product. Like, we know that because kids get stains on everything. It sounds like you're grazing your houseplant. Okay, see, but that's how I interpreted it. But I feel like Thomas saying, "Oh my God, Hollow, no." Now I'm like, what did you read into it, Thomas? What did you think? Well, let me look this up. Oh, wait, I've seen this. Oh, I can order it. I've seen this. I don't know why or where in which context I would have seen this product, but I recognize the packaging. I remember thinking, oh, that packaging looks like so much fun. Listen, look at this. Doesn't that look like fun packaging? I thought everywhere and sus, and I had no idea what Hollow meant, but all the options were. Okay, so you're just wreaking havoc again. I see. But this looks like a fun product. Like, I would want to buy this. But I feel like I've definitely seen it somewhere. Probably like a household of one of my friends that has kids. But I'm definitely gonna save the name of this because I mean, I have stain remover like in my house when I'm doing my laundry. I just have Vanish, which works wonders, by the way. I love that stuff. I don't think I've ever had a stain that fully didn't come out, with the exception of one stain, but that was completely my own fault because it was linen pants and I spilled coffee on it and then I just didn't clean it for like a week. So it's 100% my own fault. Like no washing detergent could have fixed that because I was just being stupid instead of immediately removing it. If I had this, it would have been perfect. Sometimes I'm like, how did you even manage to get the stain there? Yeah, I mean, I look at my own clothes and think that sometime. Which one do you use? I love that we're talking about laundry stuff. Exactly. Not cleaning it for a week is just called slowly dyeing it. Because the thing is, ironically enough, coffee beans are like known to, not just in Minecraft, but also IRL. You can actually use that as a natural dye. So spilling coffee and then not cleaning it is in fact just slow dyeing it. Hold on. I'll show you the one that I have. I have two. I have this, which I just add to my laundry sometimes if I have like multiple items with like vague stains on it. But that's like, I don't use this specifically on a stain. This is more so if there's just like, if I have t-shirts that have like a little bit of sweat stains or something, I'll put this with it and it usually gets it out pretty well. And then I have this one. Oh, I didn't mean to click that, but fine. I have this one for actual stains. This is like the best thing ever. You basically put it on the stain and then the top has like sort of a structure and you can rub it in. And then you just, after that, like once you put it in, you can, what I usually do is when I make the stain, I immediately put this on, I clean it, I then put it under the tab, I just like let it wash out. And then if the stain is still there a little bit, I do a second round and then I immediately put it in the washer so that I like can like do a full wash cycle as well. Um, it's so good. I mean, if you have like maybe like white pants with like a grass stain or something or a tomato stain, then you might not get it out. But almost all stains I've been able to get out, which, as someone who tends to spill a lot, like you know what? I think, you know, how kids make stains on everything. I don't think I ever grew out of that phase. I just spill and I don't mean to do that, but it just happens. I'm just clumsy. That is also why I shouldn't be wearing things that are lightly colored. Light pants, lovely. Linen pants, I will stain it within a week. I had a sweater. It was like a cream colored sweater. I loved it. It was beautiful. You know how long it took me to make a coffee stain on it? Like 2 weeks. And I don't know how that happens because I don't stain other stuff. Like, I have other sweaters that would stain, but just because they're not that light, you don't immediately see it. Or I stain it and maybe you just don't see it. I don't know. I hereby plead guilty of being super lazy when it comes to laundry. I mostly wear black out of laziness as well. And I just buy cleaners that basically say for black stuff and roll with that. But honestly, that works. That works too. You know, if you know from yourself that you don't enjoy doing laundry and you just want to make it easy, I don't think that's lazy. That's just being smart. That's just knowing yourself and accommodating your life around it. Right? It's like staining white or light colored clothes, like anything pastel, I'm just dead scared that I'll stain it. Yeah, if you're going to go to a concert in all white, but it is really cool that you're going to Backstreet Boys in all white. Like, that is kind of a legendary move. But it will be stained, probably. That's kind of the same as wearing white shoes to, like, any public event. They're going to be stained. Exactly. It's not lazy if it's systematic. Then you thought about it. Then it's just being smart. That's truly what I think. I mean, there's so many things where I'm like, well, if coming up with smart systems for your brain is called lazy, then I'm hella lazy. It's a guaranteed stain outfit. The moment I just put on light colors, yep, I feel that. But the thing is, they look so cute. Sometimes there's like such cute outfits that I'm like, oh, I really wish that I could just, I don't know. Then I tried on like, I don't know, a cute summer dress. I have, for example, a beautiful pastel purple summer dress. I'm always scared to wear it. I'm always scared to wear it because, like, what if I stain it? Because that's guaranteed to happen sometime. I think I stained it twice and I managed to get it out. But yeah, it just stresses me out. For a second, Timbo, I didn't realize that was a streaking message. And I just read your message and I was like, why would you want to share that with the community? But now I get it. I was so confused for a brief second. I was like, okay, I mean, yeah, I guess you do you, but you were streaking. I see. Thank you so much for the 3-stream streak. I appreciate it. Excuse me, you don't want to know what Timbo's naked? No, I think I'm all good never knowing when any of you are naked. I think that is information that would be considered TMI. And not the type of TMI where you're like, it's kind of TMI, but you're also a little bit curious. No, it's the type of TMI that you wish that you never knew. TMI, but I'm in fact wearing clothes right now. Thank you so much, Tanisha, for clarifying that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Also, in case you guys ever wondered, never ever in my life have I imagined all of you guys naked to soothe my nerves. I don't understand why people would imagine a room of people naked or in their underwear to then feel less nervous. If I go on stage and the entire room is naked or in their underwear, I would get way more nervous. I'd be like, what the fuck is going on here? I know in another chat, Timbo is always talking about not wearing pants. Where are thou pantalones? That's always how I read it. Exactly. I don't understand when they're like, oh, don't be nervous. And if you're nervous, just imagine everyone's in their underwear. Like, how is that supposed to make me less nervous? No, it Or just picture everyone naked. I don't want to picture everyone in the audience naked. Thank you very much. Exactly, Lena. Exactly. It would just be so weird. I don't think it would actually soothe my nerves. I think even if it didn't increase it, it would definitely not make it better. With and socks with coffee on them. That is a good combo, Molly. I love that. Great combo. I mean, I'm wearing a shirt that says gross. So I guess I still actually don't know why it says gross, but I thought it looked cute, so I'm just wearing a t-shirt that says gross. I tuned into stream with Rose saying, I don't want to see everyone naked. Yeah. I mean, that's a perfect time to come into stream. Poor Lenny in the pantaloons, yeah. I mean, being naked isn't gross. Sharing with everyone in the world that you're naked is not my cup of tea. I know there's people who really don't mind it. I personally am not one of those people. I don't mind being naked. I am not necessarily shy about my body or anything, but I wouldn't go on the internet and tell everyone that I was naked. Or go sit in the audience of a theater show. Something like that. Of not being nervous when making presentations is just telling everyone to shut up if they're noisy. Assert dominance and you're good to go. I mean, I guess that kind of works if they listen. If you like tell everyone to shut up and they do, then you're ready to go, right? Then you're ready to go. I actually don't know what I did to... Well, you know what I always think is a great reminder when you're doing a presentation and you're like feeling nervous? Just the small reminder that you always know more than the audience. So even if you mess up, the audience will not know you messed up. Unless you show them you messed up. But like if you say something and you then realize, oh shit, that wasn't what I was going to say. Just move on and say the thing that you wanted to say. They didn't know you weren't going to say that. So they will never know it was a mess up. I was always the quiet one, so me telling the whole class to zip, it had quite the effect. Oh, I wish I was a fly on the wall in that situation. Would have loved to see it. If we can't tell when we're naked, what else are we supposed to do in mod chat? Thomas, I am concerned. You know what everyone in chat now thinks that we discuss in mod chat? Also, you did it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you so much for hanging out enough that you got to redeem the palm tree roll. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to try to go to Discord and set it up for you, but watch one of the mods do it way before me. Way before me, because I'm always too slow. It's already there. Esther did it. Oh, it's the Snapchat. Yeah, because the Snapchat is like the safe space for nudes, right? Another palm tree. Let's freaking go. Thank you so much for hanging out enough that you got to redeem the palm tree roll. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, honestly, Chris, like I said, I wish I was a fly on the wall in that situation because that would have been so funny. Also, thank you, Lena, for setting it up. I love that Lena was like, now I'm ready. I'm on it. Also, the ads are about to run in like a minute. So then I am actually going to start up the game. Because we have work to do today, okay? There is actual stuff to do. Yes, you can, Mayor. You absolutely can. If you redeem it and just say for myself, you currently don't have an active sub, so I can give you one straight away. Don't forget to tick it off in the queue. I don't have it open, so. I should probably make a little pop-up of that, so just so that I can tick off things. Yay, let's go, Mayor. Hold on. I'm doing this right now. Running. Q. There we go. It's loading. It's loading. It's loading. Yay! There we go. Mayor, please enjoy all of your subby perks for a whole month. Thank you, thank you, thank you for saving up so many points that you got to redeem that. Also, I got a what? Hold on. I have to take a screenshot of this so that I can show you guys because this is one of the weirdest pop-ups I've ever seen. I just got a drop. Apparently you get a drop from gifting subs. Chris, that is hilarious. You definitely Pavloved yourself. Yeah. This is what Twitch just told me. I just got Audible, which is like fun, nice, fine. But I also got the enchanted big boy boxers. Huh? I I mean, yeah, those boxers. It's from Dungeon Crawler Carl. Yeah, see, if you don't know that, it's just really weird. I mean, I guess if you know that, there's context. But in my life, there's no context to this. I'm like, why am I getting big boy boxers? How did Twitch get my underwear? Well, it's kind of like how Marnie gets the purple shorts from Mayor Lewis. I guess you were involved in some precarious activities. The audiobooks from Dungeon Crawler Carl are on Audible, and they are supposed to be really good. Yeah, I saw that you're reading the series. That's actually how I even recognized or knew the title. Because you posted about it, I think, on Be Real? Or on Snapchat. No, probably Be Real. I just watched the episode in the Pack Legacy where you gave Parker those boxers. True. I do like giving my Sims funny boxers. I think that's just so silly. Okay, anyways, I needed to show you guys that. In the meantime, the ad is running, so I'm going to start up the world so it can load. Oh, thank you, Esther. Good shout. Good shout. I'm going to let the world load because in 1 minute, the ads are over. The boxers are somewhat important to the story. Okay. So if you know this story, it actually makes sense. Also, in the meantime, I'm going to quickly sleep in Minecraft because I don't know if there's phantoms. I keep forgetting the command for that. Wait, for what, Timbo? To pause the bot? Because I don't think you would be able to do it. I think it's set to mod only. Okay, we're gonna do a couple of things today. Or you mean just for yourself? For Timbo to wear the boxers. The command for Timbo to wear the boxers. Sure. They're pretty iconic. The other badge is a cat. Oh, a cat is actually kind of nice. Oh, for yourself. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Okay, we're going to do a couple of things today in Minecraft. We're going to start with cleaning up a little bit because I made a mess. Okay. Oh, wait, you're using one of the other badges? Let me check. I want to see it. Wait, okay, the pink cat is actually really cool. I like that one. I like that one. Hold on. I just need to make sure that you guys can actually see the game and not just hear the cat's meow. Oh, there's also a brown cat. Okay, but the pink cat is low-key iconic. Okay, so for anyone who wasn't here the last time that we worked on things, we made a big walkway to our storage room. And we made exits on either side so that we can eventually work on more stuff there. We also, I would say, basically finished the market square and the docks. We added a bunch of stuff here. So there's like a little bench and there's like crates, logs that got dropped off. There's more crates with stuff that got dropped off. Some pumpkins and stuff. There's another bench. Over here, we have a little golem statue, which I think is super cute. We have our way up here as well, which means that eventually we can build something up here. And something that we're going to do today is we're going to design a custom tree. And our first custom tree is actually going to go on top of this hill. Ooh, let's go, Hollow. What would you like to name? And who would you like to name? As in, what would you like the name to be? And which animal would you like to name? But yeah, we're going to be designing a custom tree that's going to go on this hill. But first, I got to clean up this mess. Yes, you can name a sniffer, of course. We got to make sure that I clean this up because this, at this point, is such a mess. And to be able to gather all the materials for the custom tree, I'm going to need these shulker boxes. So we're going to clean that up. And then we're going to gather all the materials for the custom tree and get started. Please name one Otis. Okay, hold on. Let me quickly go over here to my ender chest, get my emeralds, and then that was potentially the laziest thing I've ever done. Fly over there and instead of just walk, but okay. Placing the torches on both of these whenever I try to just open the door is getting annoying. Let's actually trade some iron anyways. Just so that I can keep my emerald stock going strong. Oh, I can actually trade some more. Okay. Now I have a bunch of emeralds, which means that I can actually go... I should probably remember... Okay, this one. Let me write it on the sign. Infinity and name tag. Because I keep forgetting which one sells the name tag. Which is kind of silly. Okay. Where did I place a torch now? Because I already placed 2 torches there, and I just placed another torch. I give up at this point. I give up at this point. Okay. While we do that, I'm also going to take all of this and take the shulker boxes. Because I actually think I might want to design a second custom tree for this specific corner. Oh, 2 behind the door. There was space left, of course. I have a name that will... Tissue, that's a good one. I like it. I like it. Okay, let's go make that name tag. And let's place some... Well, actually, we're going to probably need these later, but I don't need the loom right now, but the loom can go upstairs. Hold on. So we don't need a loom super often, so that can just go next to the cartography table. These can go back in here, and then let's get this one. Let me double check. Yes, Otis. There we go. Let's go name a sniffer. That is one of the projects we're going to eventually work on as well, is getting like a nice house for the sniffers. Because right now, they live in an interesting space. There we go. Sniffer named Otis. Isn't that cute? Also, wait. Okay, 1 minute to dig time. 2 minutes. And then we have a little baby and another little baby. Those need to grow up still, so we can't really do anything. I wanted to just... Let's not walk into my ender pearl. I wanted to grab these flowers. There we go. I do want to keep an eye out because when they are sniffering today, I hope that they give me more of the other seeds because I want to use those on in the planter boxes as well. So, okay, I might just stay here until that one digs. Also, hi Savannah, welcome in. And I hope that once we have 4 of them, we can kind of speed up the process a little bit of them digging for the flowers that I want. Because I think it would be cool to decorate with these more. Yeah, also for like their actual home. Like when we're gonna build a little, like, I don't know, like a, oh, that one just grew up. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. But I think I want to have them like in a nice enclosure, but then it's cool to also decorate with the flowers. Ooh, what is your hack for your pregnancy craving? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, my game is frozen. My game just crashed. Well, that is new. Let's restart, I guess. Why would it crash? I don't think I've had that before. We've had like the weird issue with the encoder, which by the way, I actually fixed. I found out what was causing the issue. Do you guys remember when we got encoding overloads and stuff? Yeah, it turns out that was in fact OBS. That was indeed not the games that I was trying to play, and it was a stupid setting in OBS. That I could just change. It was like 2 checkboxes, and I changed it, and we haven't had any issues. Because I literally got encoding issues on this PC with Stardew. What is the stupid setting? Okay, let me look it up for you because I forgot what it was called. There are 2 things, I think. Output advanced. Okay, so there's 2 tick boxes. If you go into OBS, hold on, I can just show you like this. If you go into OBS and you go into your settings, you have output. You have to go into output mode advanced. Then the look ahead and the adaptive quantization need to be turned off. Like literally, there is not even that much function to them if you are just streaming games on Twitch. Like they basically, the look ahead feature, what it does, it's trying to predict frames that are going to come after the current frame. And by predicting it, it can already help with like, if there's a dropped frame, it can sort of like catch it, if that makes any sense. But if you have a stable internet connection, that's not really necessary because you're probably going to be fine. Even if you have like a minor dropped frame, people are not going to notice it that much. The adaptive quantization, I watched a video trying to explain what it meant, and I was like, I still don't understand. But basically, both of those take a lot of your graphics card power because for both of them, your graphics card needs to encode the stream separately. So when you have both turned on and you go live, what your PC is doing is essentially streaming your stream or encoding your stream 3 separate times, which obviously is very straining. Also, I changed my preset to fast and low quality, which I checked with you guys if you saw any difference on Twitch, like if my stream looked like a lower quality, and everyone said I don't see a difference. I used to be on fastest. No, I used to be, sorry, on P6. So better quality. Not best, but better quality. Those 3 things were recommended to change. Ever since, I haven't had any issues. Would this help for the other game you couldn't play before? Maybe. It could be that it could help, but to be fair, that game also just had issues. Even when I was trying to play it, when I wasn't streaming, I had nothing else open on my computer. The game would crash. The game had like weird issue that I couldn't put it in full screen mode. It would flicker on my screen. So I think that game, like Small Spaces, it just wasn't stable. Like the game itself, because also I wasn't the only person having problems. Basically, everyone in the reviews was complaining about having exactly those issues with the game. So I'm assuming that one was just a game issue, which is sad, but I guess. Okay, let's see. Okay, hold on. You love chicken Caesar salad sandwiches or paninis and stuff, and a lot of places no longer sell it. But if I buy a loaf of bread from Panera and a large chicken Caesar salad, you can. Ooh, that's actually that is smart. Also, we're back in the hole. Wait. Oh, okay, we actually lost quite a lot. That also doesn't happen very often in Minecraft. That you actually lose like 2-3 minutes of gameplay. Usually when you crash, it like saves almost right before you crash. Okay, so we get to do this again. That is really weird. Oh God. All my shulker boxes are gone. Um, do we have backups? No. How does this happen? How does half your inventory just glitch away? No, they're not. I just checked, Esther. They're not in the... I had them in my inventory when the game crashed. How does that... how can your game crash and just delete your shulker boxes? I had 6 of them that were all full of stuff. Yeah, I had them in my... Well, when last saved, you don't really save in Minecraft. But I had a crafting table, a stone cutter, and 6 shulker boxes. But I'm really confused how it deleted that, but not the name tag. How does that happen? Okay, Otis is named again. Yeah, this one also didn't grow up yet. It's gonna grow up now. Thank you for the self-care check. I'm really confused. How does that happen? I'm gonna Google how that can happen. Oh, you can recover your deleted inventory after a crash in Minecraft Java edition by using backup files. Yeah, but I don't have backup files. Well, apparently there are backup files. Hold on. Can I just go to title and not save? Because here it says you can recover your deleted inventory after a crash in Minecraft Java Edition by using backup files or renaming your old level.data_old file. If your game crashes and wiped your items, you may be able to restore a recent save. Alt F4 is the wave close. Okay. By pressing the Windows key, going into the app data. Okay, we would have to do that in my modrons folder. But then in the folder, there is a level.dat or like level.data and a level.dat_old. Delete or rename the current level.dat file and then rename the old file to level.dat. To restore your world and inventory from just before the crash, note that this may roll back your progress by up to a minute. Okay, before you do anything, that's actually a good shout. How do I back up an instance on modrons though? Duplicate instance. It's duplicating. It's loading. Because like if this doesn't work, then fine. Then I just lost a fuck ton of stuff. Which really sucks. Especially the shulker boxes. And then we might actually derail today's stream because I need those shulker boxes to build. Okay. I made a copy. So that is good. End rating stream. Yeah, I guess that's what the stream's gonna turn into. Well, I mean, last time I did it, I actually got like 7 shulker boxes in like half an hour or something. Because I have wings, it goes pretty quickly now. It's like a lot less scary. Okay, and then we go into open folder. So I know that you guys can't see anything, by the way, but that's just because I don't want to share my screen while I'm actually in my file data, because I don't know if there's anything that you guys cannot see safely. And then I go to saves, and then I go to Stillgrove Valley, and then I delete this one, and then we go do this and hit enter. Yes, I want to change it. And then we're going to reload into the world. I mean, this should work. The only thing is it might just roll us back to exactly where we were when we started up after the crash. Like, there is a good chance that that is just lost into the void, which is wild that that can happen. Like, how does it just delete some of the stuff? Not all of the stuff. Like, if it had deleted my entire inventory, I would have also been pissed. Then I would have cheated stuff, by the way. Then I would have just full on... You know what? We can also do that. I might just cheat myself 6 shulker boxes. Just go into creative and give them to myself. Because I really want to build today. I really don't want to go raiding end cities. I would just be really sad for all the lost resources. Because all of them were full. Like, literally 6 shulker boxes filled to the brim with stuff. They're gone. We're back, basically, where I F4'd just now. Because we have 3 grown sniffers. Exactly. The game cheated me. I cheat the game back. I can't believe that. It just deleted 6 shulker boxes. I'm actually, like, genuinely kind of shocked. Do you guys remember on Girly Pop when I broke my shulker boxes and accidentally let one despawn? I remember being so sad about that. Then it's at the place you left them? No. No, because time-wise, the shulker box is deleted before that sniffer grew up. I remember, yeah. Yeah, that already broke my heart. Okay, so guys, we're gonna hide. We're hiding behind the building, okay? Look. Very secret corner. No one can see me. No one knows what's going on. I can pick colors, right? Also, I realized I actually have to empty my hot bar if I want to get... Okay, I got 2. I can take 4 more. A present color one? I actually think those are really ugly. I have the present color ones, actually. I have these 2. I have a yellow and a red one. So I want an orange one and a green one. I also have the Amazon box already. So now I have these. So now, okay, I get to pick 2 more. I want to get a magenta one because it looks kind of badass. And I might want to get another green one because I actually like the green ones a lot. Okay. We did it. Also, did you guys know that? If you press F3 and then F4, you can shuffle through the game modes like this. In case you didn't know, you just learned something. Congratulations. If you did know, congratulations. You're so smart. Okay, so now we just got a bunch of shulker boxes that are empty. I mean, I think then the loom is also gone. I put it upstairs. No, how? I'm so confused. Okay, so the loom is here. Also, I want to check if we actually now have a sniffer named Otis. Or if that also somehow reversed itself. We're on a weird timeline here. But at least we got shulker boxes back. They're just really empty in comparison. You know what? Remember how I said in the beginning of stream, we're first going to start with cleaning up? I guess we don't need to clean up anymore. My guess, some mod does something with saving the level dat and then crash the game mid-saving that file. Yeah, could be. Could be. Okay, that one isn't named Otis. That one is named Otis. Okay, perfect. Also, we actually did get the torch flower. And we got another pitcher pot. Okay, you have 6 minutes dig time that we're not going to wait for that. Also 6 minutes. Ooh, and you just dug up another one. Thank you. Because we also lost the 2 flowers that we harvested earlier. Where do I plant the torch flower seeds? Ooh, did I lose my hoe? No, I do have that still. Okay. There we go. See, now I'm just like unreasonably scared to lose my stuff. And I don't like that feeling. That's not fun. Okay, but we got the shulker boxes back. They just magically appeared in my inventory. Albeit it being empty, but that's because the game actually just cleaned up for me. So that just means that now we are actually going to go and get stuff to then decide what we need for our custom trees. I will put some of the shulker boxes back into here because we don't need all of them when we're going to be building the tree. I think actually with 2 shulker boxes, I should get quite far with preparing what I need. I actually don't want to think about all the stuff that I lost in those shulker boxes because I think it was actually so much. So many resources. I had like stacks upon stacks. I think there was like a diamond block in there and stuff like that. Not that that was like that much. If there's ever a resource that I swear to God I had and I lost it now, I might just cheat it as well. I don't think there was anything that I only had one of though, so that was good. For the tree that I want to make, let me quickly show you guys what kind of inspiration I have. Just in case you're not in the Discord and you haven't seen it yet. Because I think maybe you guys can help me think along a little bit as well to what kind of materials we need to gather. I really like this particular tree. In terms of design, like I really like how it has a thicker stem. And then it branches out, and then the branches also branch out a little bit. I think that on its, like, that would look really good in that corner where we're trying to build a tree, especially because with a bigger tree trunk like this, what we can do, I think, is we can have part of the tree, like, be a little bit higher up, and then the tree trunk can kind of, like, flow down. I know, these designs are so good. The person who designed this, I couldn't find, this was like a photo that I found on Google, so I don't have any credits. Otherwise, I would credit. But if anyone knows who made this and we can credit them, like I genuinely love these designs. This person did a phenomenal job on making custom trees. I find it very scary to make custom trees. I've never really done it before. I've done it. Well, it's not entirely true. I've done it technically twice, I think. One time turned out really nicely. I was very proud of that tree. But I feel like these ones are next level. So also, I want to do expectation management. Mine probably won't look this good. But this is the inspiration we're using. And what I really like is I really like this design, but I think I might want to go for pink cherry leaves instead of green. Because in that area, we already have a lot of green going on, especially because it's going to be on a green hill. I think if we do green, it's just going to blend in too much with the backdrop. However, we have to keep in mind that on top of that hill, I also want to do a pink build. With like, hold on. I think I showed you guys that before as well. So maybe you guys can give some input on what you would think would work. Because there's basically two options we have. Where is it? Hold on. Saved. And then I need to find all the posts. I saved a lot, so now I'm gonna have to. There's like one Minecraft design that I really love. Oh my goodness, I definitely saved too many posts. Yeah, I found it though. This one. So I want to make this one or something like this on top of the hill, which means that if you're on the market square and you see the pink tree, this would be behind it or like above it, kind of. Like, let's actually walk where we're going to be building. So, hold on. Let me sleep. So, it will be daytime. And then we're going to have a look. Also, hold on. My curtains keeps opening and, like, putting a tiny slice of light on my screen. And then I can't see shit. It's really annoying. Okay, so where we're going to put this tree, that is going to be up here on this hill. Up on the hill, I want to build that gazebo. The tree designs are from Cfro. Hold on. I actually... Thank you for looking that up. That's awesome. Or knowing it. I don't know if you looked it up or knowing it. If you guys... Oh, yeah. Oh my god. This person, holy shit. The first thing I see is the ultimate Minecraft tree tutorial on their YouTube channel. Also, Ellie Cat, welcome in. This is the creator of those trees. And like I said, the first video I see is literally the ultimate Minecraft tree tutorial. It looks fantastic. Maybe I should have watched that tutorial. Maybe I should have watched that tutorial before I start building a custom tree. But that's the person who honestly, they do have a footprint, or like, how do you call that? Like you can see the design over here has like similarities to the designs we're looking at. They have a style, a fingerprint. That's the word I was looking for. I like that. That's cool. But yeah, basically what I want to do is I want to put a tree up here. And then, that pink build would go up here. If you knew that, like both those pieces of information, so you come up here, there would be a pink build here. Do you think it would look better to have a big, lush green tree over here? Or do you think it would look better if it was a big, lush pink tree over here? I think those are my options. I think it's going to be either green or pink. I don't think I want to go for any other color. Because those are the colors of leaves we have in Minecraft right now. We don't have the update yet with the orange. That could be really cool, but I don't want to wait with building a custom tree until that. I would have that. Green would create the most contrast. Also, if we're looking down this way, because obviously you would be able to see the tree from up here as well. Like, that's kind of what I'm worried about, is I think from down here, green would make sense, but from up there, then I'm worried that green would blend in too much with what we're seeing here. But maybe you're right. Maybe green does work better. Yeah, I think maybe green is going to work better, actually. I initially was thinking pink, but also thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I think maybe it might be better if we just do green. Okay. That is true. We can always change it. We can always change it, but I think maybe I'm going to start with green. So then I need to check. We have quite some azalea leaves. But that's also the leaf we're using on the ground already. I just don't like the color of oak leaves with this texture pack. Like, that is too bright green. I don't think I want that. I think birch could be interesting. Like, the combination of these two is also what I used on those trees. The thing that I don't like is I don't like the texture on the birch. I feel like the texture on the birch is a little too... What is the word? In Dutch, we would say grof. Yeah, but I don't like that color. It is too bright. It is too bright. The thing is, we technically only need one green color because we're also going to be working with a couple of other green blocks that I'm actually going to still have to gather. Maybe we can check that. Hold on. If we have our green wool, which green wool is going to... Rough? Coarse? I think coarse might be the right word. Yeah. Let's actually go... I really need to fix... I keep walking here. I really should put a tree there so that I'm not going to be walking there anymore. But let's actually get some green wool. Because we're going to use green wool and green glass, I think. Although with green glass, we might run into the problem that with Mizuno's, that's going to be stained glass. So I actually don't know if we can use green grass. Grass? If we can use green grass, sure. Green glass. We might be able to use moss, though. That could work. We're just going to have to check all of the green blocks we have, I think. We would have lime. We would have dark green. I think that would definitely be way too dark. Do we not have any... Do we not have just a normal green? Is that always lime? I thought we also had a normal green. No, that's always lime. Okay. So I guess then we only have two. That's not super bad, I think. It's just, I don't think we're going to use the dark green. So then, because the dark green is really dark. And I feel like, for example, glazed terracotta is too bright. That is interesting, though. Like, that's a bit darker, but I think that... I don't know, I still... I'm really trying to like the birch, but I just don't. Not for this particular tree. I just don't think I like it. I mean, we could technically use a flowering azalea as well to add like a pop of pink. Could be interesting. We could think about that. Ooh, you know what would be a really good block? Bamboo. Is another green block in the game. Those go together very well. Okay. Not mad about that, actually. And we have plenty of bamboo right now, so we can easily use that. Like a bunch of those blocks. Yeah, I think let's have a look-see at glass. But I'm pretty sure... Also, we're going to need green dye. Oh, we can also grab moss, I think. But we're going to need green dye, and I actually don't think I have any green dye. I have one lime dye. Okay, so we're going to have to get cactus then. Cactus is downstairs, and then we're going to have to burn it. That's the only way to make green dye in this game, which is a little annoying. What else was I grabbing here? Glass. Glass, glass, glass. Let's see. Okay, we have a little bit of glass and a little bit of... I don't think you can dye panes, right? We can just have a cactus farm time. Maybe someday. Glass. Hold on. Can I? Yeah. Oh, yeah. The green glass is not happening. It has a literal creeper as a pattern. I'm glad I didn't go make green dye and just was smart and decided to check it here. That is not what I want for the tree. That's the one downside of the pretty stained glass in Mizuno's. Like, I love it, but it immediately takes it out as a building block. Okay, so then basically our only other option to add to this palette is moss. I mean, we can just get all of these blocks, I think. And use it. What a deal, exactly. Then I might as well just make emerald blocks to add them to the tree. Those are green as well. Okay, hold on. Let me get azalea leaves then. Luckily, we already have a whole bunch of those. Let's get... Yeah, a moss farm should also happen sometime soon. Okay, let's make a whole bunch of bamboo blocks. That's... Wow. That used more bamboo than I anticipated, but it's fine. Because these are also... Like, I think primarily we're still using leaves. We're just using... I know we... Do you not remember we built a moss farm? On Girly Pop. Okay, I'm gonna get more wool and remove the dark green one from my inventory because that's we're not gonna use that. And then we're gonna have to decide which wood we want to use for the stem. But yeah, a moss farm is great. The thing is, I have bone meal enough because my mob farm up there has a bunch of skellies. I do vaguely. It's not like you like helped fix the design or anything. It's not like you figured out why it was broken. I was like, how do you not remember this? You were so involved in the building process. You literally went on and checked all the redstone in your own setup. And you actually figured out why it wasn't working. Oh, that was great. I genuinely first thought you were messing with me. I was like, I do vaguely. I was like, oh, you clearly remember, but you're just messing with me. Then I was like, what if you actually don't remember? You did not listen for like 2 hours. No, because I was so sure I did it correctly. And then I didn't. That's why you forgot about it, huh? Because I didn't listen for 2 hours. You wanted to throw me through the window. You're like, Rel, come on. Why are you not listening to me? I think it was like trauma, yeah. Which is, I mean, fair. Fair. Because you were right all along and I should have checked. The thing is, I think maybe the first time you said it, I checked. And then I thought I just did it correctly. And then it turned out I hadn't. But I was so sure that I already checked it that I was like, no, but that can be it because I already checked it. Which obviously then turned out to be wrong. Oh, I picked up a bunch of eggs. Great. Do I have an egg chest? I think I should have an egg chest. Are we talking... Jess, how do you immediately know what this is about? If you... Were you listening? Are you now messing with me? How is that the first thing you think of when we're talking about me not listening to Thomas? Why is that the first thing that comes to mind? That's concerning. Okay, so for the tree trunks, if I zoom in on this photo, I think they're using spruce. But obviously they don't have Mizuno's as a texture pack, so their spruce looks a little different to mine. But I still think that spruce might be the way to go. Hold on, I think you guys can help me look. I think these blocks at the bottom here are spruce. I think these slabs and stairs are spruce. Then they, I think, have a mix of tough and deep slate cobble in here, which I find highly interesting. And then I wonder, is this just stripped spruce or is it mud? Or packed mud? It's also, I'm of course a guy with all the confidence in the world. So if I'm 100% sure about something, I'll still try to be subtle. I'm walking into my field. I mean, in this case, yeah, I should have just listened. You think it's stripped? I wouldn't dare stripped spruce 3 times fast. No, that will go very wrong for sure. As you can see, they also used glass in here, but like I said, that's just not an option. We're not going to be able to use glass, unfortunately. So we're going to have to figure out what to do about that. But I also think it might just be stripped. I do think it is all spruce though, and then they just add like the darker bits are just, I think it's tough and deep slate. Well, obviously this picture is like a little bit pixelated, but I really like the color scheme of like the really dark wood. And then, so that's why I was thinking maybe with Mizuno's, we could also go for dark oak, because this is what dark oak looks like. Moto's kind of horizontal. Yeah, that's true. Good point. That is a good point. Because like stripped spruce with Mizuno is quite light. Let me put it right next to this. I think maybe dark oak might be better. Like I think how dark oak looks here is more like how spruce looks in vanilla. And I do love spruce. We can do like a mix of, actually I love that I had accidentally put stripped dark oak here. I think actually if we go for this combo, that might be really nice. Hi Frosty, hello, hello. It is good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Do we like that, or should I then add dark oak? Maybe I should just go, because I feel like that is really warm. No, I actually do like that combo way more. I think the dark oak is too cold. I'm not a big fan of that. Oh, well, that's what I lost. I lost all of my spruce planks and stuff. Luckily, I'm a hoarder, so I have like enough resources to work with here. But I still feel a little robbed. Yeah, that is a nice color palette. That's going to be really nice for the tree. Especially if we use that a little bit more at the bottom and that a little bit more at the top. Okay, so we're going to need a bunch of stripped dark oak. And then we're going to need a bunch of spruce. How much do we need? I actually have no clue. I find it really difficult. You know what we can do? That's another thing I lost. All of my dark oak shelves. I had so many dark oak shelves. Also, I do think I probably have a spare crafting table upstairs. Right? Oh no, I don't. How unfortunate. I can make one. I realized I stopped doing the thing I'm doing after the Moss incident talk. Wait, you stopped doing the thing you're doing? Wait, what do you mean? Oh, you stopped doing the thing as in right now. I was like, in general? What thing? Why did you lose your stuff? Oh my god, Jess. I was shooketh earlier. My game just crashed out of nowhere, and then I load back into the game and my 6 shulker boxes of stuff are just gone. They just deleted themselves out of my inventory. Because right before the game crashed, I picked them up. Like, I picked up my crafting stations and my shulker boxes from right there, walked over to the sniffer enclosure, and then my game crashed. And then somehow it just lost the stuff that I had just picked up. But 6 shulker boxes that were filled to the brim with stuff are gone. So we magically got new shulker boxes. They just spawned in my inventory. We went into creative because I was not about to go raid the end again today, and I do really need them for building. But all the stuff in the shulker boxes is lost to the void, unfortunately. Which means that I lost a lot of stuff, like a lot of wooden stuff that I had because I was building with all of that. Thanks for the nightmare material. It was getting a bit boring. I know, you're welcome. I know. The game was like, don't worry, we gotcha. We gotcha. Okay. So, let's plop these down in high hopes that we don't lose them again. And then we can have this and we can make a crafting table. There we go. And then I guess it might be nice to... Let's actually pre-strip these. Oop. Just some ASMR for you guys. I do actually really like the sound of stripping wood in Minecraft. Like, it is very satisfying. I mean, just in general, I really like the sound of placing wood as well. The torch spam because I'm holding torches in my offhand is getting a little bit crazy, but I think it's funny. Doesn't matter, I'm picking them right back up anyways. And then I just realized I totally forgot to wow, speaking, get. Why was that so hard to say? Tough and deep slate. And a stone cutter. That's actually something I lost, unfortunately. I used to have one, but what do I need again? I always forget what I need for a stone cutter. Like literally every single time. Stone and iron. Okay. Let's actually get a couple stacks of stuff. Couple stacks of this stuff. Stone and iron. We can make another stone cutter. Apparently, I no longer have... Oh, I have a stone cutter here that I could have grabbed, but... I shall just make a new one. That is fine. Because then I can keep taking that one for building. Okay. Then I think I can put that in my shulker. I am really still happy with what we did here with the market square. I feel like it turned out really cute. Let's get this one and place it on top of there. And then we can put all of the tough and the deep slate in here. I just realized I'm still holding the stone. I will put that back because I'm trying to stay a little organized because as soon as we're gonna start working with all the bits and bobs for the tree, my inventory is gonna fill up so fast. I want to make sure that I'm not carrying any unnecessary stuff. Also, because apparently this game deletes stuff out of my inventory when it crashes, so... 6 entire shulker boxes. I will not recover from that. Six. All filled with stuff. Like, the thing is, I was thinking earlier, I was like, okay, I can go back and check in the VOD, like, what I lost, and then, I can always just, like, I can see myself opening the boxes, and if there's anything in there that I really need, I can just give it to myself again through creative. But then I realized maybe better I don't look, because then I'll probably realize what I actually lost, and I'll be just so sad. Even though I can give it back to myself, that'll just make the sadness bigger. I'll be like, no, I lost all of that. Thank you for the uptime reminder. We do have ads coming in 5 minutes. So let's actually make sure that we have all of our stuff prepared before the 5 minutes start. I'm basically just gonna create a whole bunch of everything. I know that that is like probably unnecessary. But I think it's okay. We can keep like 2 stacks of planks, and then we can turn all of that into slabs. Because then I just have a lot of everything. And I like that. So let's turn this... hold on. Let's actually turn half of it in cobbled deep slate wall. Let's turn half of this into polished tuff, and half of it into the tough brick. And then we can do half of this into tough slabs, I think. We can do half of this into cobbled deep slate slabs. We have polished deep slate wall. I don't think I'm going to use that, but the deep slate tile wall I might use. I think with that we actually have everything. I'm probably mostly going to use the walls. I just made a couple of slabs, but I don't think I'll actually be using those that much. I also don't think I need all that spruce log. Yes, I am designing a custom tree. Scary as that sounds. I'm actually a little scared. As it is really, truly, like, designing custom trees is an art in Minecraft. That's not something you just casually do. Also, I think I might actually want to make an entire stack. I think I might, like, turn these into stripped. And then I can make shelves out of it. Because I think shelves are also... How does that work? Well, you basically just, like with anything in Minecraft, place blocks. And then you just try to shape them like a tree. Which I think that's why a lot of people find it a little bit daunting, including myself. Also, the torch is... I'm just going to ignore it. Is obviously you're trying to create an organic shape with blocks that are kind of like the opposite of organic. So you're trying to make something that looks super natural, like potentially one of the most natural things ever, a tree, with things that are super square, which is just kind of a difficult thing to do. Like being able to envision how to translate squares into organic shapes. In that sense, I thought you meant like you were formulating a new type of tree in your game. Oh, no, that wouldn't be possible. As in, even with mods, oops, you have custom trees, like you can design, or no, there are like modded trees, but actually making a custom tree, that would just be full on modding Minecraft. I don't know how to do that. I do not know how to do that. Okay, I think we now have everything to start building. So I'll just go like this. And then at the bottom of the tree, we're going to start with spruce logs. The non-stripped ones. Because the stripped oak is going to go higher in the tree. We're going to probably use this and this. Some of this. You know what I didn't make yet? I just realized I didn't make fences yet. Also, King Harris, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Okay, that does mean that we're going to have to still make something. I'm going to get sticks. The ads are going to start in 44 seconds, though, so then I will take a quick break. But we need some fences, although I might actually have a bunch of dark oak fences and a bunch of spruce fences. Okay, never mind. We don't actually have to. Go make them. Still have them. The gardening going. I mean, we're not gardening. We're building a tree. Hold on. That can go into this box then. Okay, perfect. Then I actually have gathered all the materials before the ad break starts in like a couple of seconds. So I'll quickly go take a midstream break. Please make sure to also stretch and hydrate and all of those things. I would say growing trees is part of gardening. Yeah, but I'm not really growing one. I'm building one. um Anyways, I'll talk to you guys in 5 minutes. Good luck with also stretching and hydrating and all those things. Hi, chat. I'm back. I'm back. Okay. We're going to start with the base. And I think I'm just going to lay out where I want to place this tree first. I feel like this corner is probably going to be the best. Okay, I'm going to do something really silly, but I have a brain that sometimes really struggles to think in 3D. So I'm taking away the 3D for a little bit, and we're going to just create a flat ground where I want to build this tree first. I think if this were the bases, that would probably work. I mean, if I place it here, this tree virtually becomes square, which doesn't really work. But if I do it like that, the tree becomes weird. No, that doesn't work either. Hold on. I don't think I want to start with an exactly round base either. I think actually maybe starting with a square is not even the worst idea. Because we're going to add a whole bunch of things to it anyways. That's going to make it look like, you know, there's like roots going around it and everything. So I think maybe I just need like a little tree trunk to get started with. Let's actually make sure to light it up on the inside so we don't accidentally create a little mob farm. Okay, I think this is a good start. Like, I know that is very barren and it's not really what we want yet, of course. But I think if from here I slowly start detailing things. And like texturing things a little bit. I feel like maybe we should change this out so that like feels like it connects as well. Also, did you guys have a nice break? I hope you had a nice break. Maybe then that can go over there. And then here we can go like that and like so. I do think the shelves are going to be really important for this tree trunk build. Okay, I don't like how these shelves look now because they're literally facing the same direction. But I think that's going to add a really interesting texture to things. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to get a bed. Do I have a bed in my ender chest? I do. Don't have to go get a bed because with this tree, I'm definitely going to need more light to build it. And the rain and the darkness is making me not liking it. I need my light. Okay, perfect. Trying to figure out. Don't think I like this here. No, I actually, hold on. I did like that there. I just don't like this here, I think. I also don't think that this one works. I think it would look better if we go like this. And then the thing is, we have to like get the tree to shift a little bit over time. I need this one again, and then maybe I can also get this. Because we basically want it to start like overhanging that way, right? No, hold on. That's not what I want to do. Let's just use the planks for stuff like that. Maybe we can start adding in this one now. And then this would have like this on it. No, hold on. I don't know if I'm doing this the right way. It's really hard to see this. This is going to be me the entire stream. It's really hard to see this. Okay, but it does sort of like come out like that. The thing is, we don't even have to shift all that much, right? Because now we can just do a layer again where it kind of just looks like this. Okay, we definitely need a little bit more decoration here, I think. Or decoration, like detailing. Feels a little bit naked right now. Also, I'm definitely going to need my scaffolding. Yeah, let's actually just do another layer of the trunk like this. I also have to make sure that from like this side, it looks nice. Because obviously that we're gonna see this side. This tree has like an actual back to it, and I shouldn't forget that. I find it really hard to estimate if this is working, but the thing is, I don't think we're gonna see it until the entire tree is there. Does that make any sense? I think I want to go one over before I start adding branches. Just to have like a slightly more of a shift still. I just got my deluxe edition, the Martian book, and I have you to blame for it because you once showed the Project Hail Mary Deluxe on stream. Yeah, I'm sorry, but not really. Also, I think the Project Hail Mary Deluxe is not out yet, right? I still wanna get it. Okay, hold on, because now I'm gonna have to figure out how to go one over from here. I think we should. I'm gonna add this one over here. No, that's the wrong place. Hold on, I'm gonna add this one over here. We're gonna go like this. Then I want to do same here. Like this, and then use that one. No, I placed it wrong again. How can I do that wrong twice? There, and then I want to put it like this. Okay. And then I think we're gonna have to come in here like so. I think actually maybe we need to go like this. And then this one, obviously, because it's coming in, we should probably add these ones. And this one comes in as well. There we go. Does that make sense? No, that actually does not make any sense. That makes sense if we go like that, I think. And then there we can use that final slab. Started your first cozy, relaxed, girly Minecraft world last week, and thanks to you and streams like this, it has helped you so much with your overstimulation during the day and just allowing yourself to reset and take care of yourself. Wait, I love that. I just want to say thank you for being one. Aw, stop. I am so happy that you got to start your Minecraft world and that you just are enjoying it to play your way and like be cozy and girly in Minecraft. I love that so much. Thank you for saying that. That really means a lot, like truly. And I'm just so happy that me playing the game the way I enjoy helps you also enjoy the game in a way that you want to play it. December. Okay, so we still got to wait for a little bit. I find that difficult. I want to play now. Or play now, read it now in the special edition. Also, I hope you're doing really well. It is really nice to have you today. Okay, I think that actually kind of works if we continue to add the details here. Okay, hold on. I need my scaffolding for this. It's so shiny. I love it. Special editions of books are like such nice collector's items. Okay, I don't know how I ended up there. That's not what I meant to do, but sure. I wanted to try and grab that block, and then I tried to jump, and I just floated. Okay. I do think... we could probably do... Do I have some... Yeah, I definitely have slabs in here still. With some roots that look like they're like spreading a bit more. Like they can be a little bit more almost like infused or something. Yes, correct. And also it's not really applying. You can just let us know, or us, and with us I mean Thomas, know your username. And then we can just give you access to the server. And again, with we, I mean Thomas. The reason it's locked behind the palm tree roll is because actually not too long ago we had like a bunch of new people join, but they literally joined like 1 or 2 streams and then immediately joined the server, and it became a little overwhelming because it, I don't know, you know when someone fits the community if they come back enough to get to the palm tree roll, right? Like if you manage to save up 10,000 channel points, that's quite a lot. Then we know that you're a good fit with the community and the people here. But if you can immediately join, then we never know if you're a good fit. And that, like, we had some experiences where it wasn't like a great fit. So we decided to put it on that role. But it's not like anything extremely special or like complicated. It's mostly just to make sure that, you know, like I said, it's just for people that have been in the community like for a while. Exactly. Protect the cozy space. The thing is, sometimes is like, I know, you just know based off of someone's vibes in chat that someone's gonna match or not. So sometimes I'm like, oh, I wish I could give it earlier, but it's just easier to have like a bit more like black and white situation. But yeah, gotta protect the cozy vibes. Okay, I like how the roots kind of now meander. And I feel like the tree is indeed hanging over. So let's actually go up a little bit more as we're doing before, but now with like the new pattern of the trunk, like this. And then we're going to start adding branches. We just need to add some like details and stuff up here as well to sort of have this transition work. I also see here, this is like kind of a flat side, but I think if we add a branch coming out of that, that doesn't really matter as much. That it turns like a little bit flat, I think. Yeah, sometimes you also know from vibes in chat that someone won't be a good match. But I guess if that's the case, they probably won't get to like palm tree roll anyways. Like then they'll probably stumble upon the no vibes earlier as well. Okay, let's actually get some of the tough in here as well because we haven't really used that yet. But yeah, it's always one of those things where I'm like, I really don't want to limit spaces with rolls and stuff, but sometimes I just got to do it because you know, it ends up being better for everyone. But yeah. I don't always like doing that. That's not how I wanted to place that. I knew I was going to fall, but let's see. Hold on. That's something else I find challenging about building custom trees is that it's like actually low-key quite difficult to do if you're in survival. Okay, let me see. Do I like... Yeah, I think I like that. I think that's good. We're going to have to work with quite a lot of scaffolding, I think. That's... I did not realize that you could place torches on scaffolding. I learned something new. I think we can have something over there and then maybe something over there. Then we can probably do with some shelves here, even though we're going to add branches as well. Thank you for lurking. I appreciate it. Okay, honestly, it looks a little wacky, but at the same time, I think we're getting somewhere. Like I said, I really like how the roots really do like infuse with the terrain here. I think the stem looks really good. I think from here, it's really gonna matter how we add the branches and whether that's gonna work out. I think I want to start right around this height with adding like the first side branch and then kind of having one over here as well that like goes out that way and goes out this way and then branches off into 3 separate sections. We're gonna need a bunch of stuff for that though. We're gonna need... Let's actually get started with spruce initially. Although I know that we're gonna need our fences for that as well. I think most likely the best combination for that is gonna be spruce. Spruce fences, spruce logs, and dark oak shelves. And then I might actually just take leaves with us straight away. Just to kind of start experimenting with it a little bit. Because I want to go out from here, I think. Or maybe here. Hold on. Because the thing is, I think what we're going to have to do is kind of... This is harder than I thought in terms of like placing the blocks to face the right way. Because, I mean, I guess I can go like that. And then this one can go like this. And then we can have a shelf like that. Maybe that actually works. Okay, so from here, we've gone out. And now we kind of want to branch off with like within threes. So one branch is gonna go almost entirely straight up. Maybe it's gonna go like this. And then see, from here it gets challenging because one branch is gonna go like diagonal. I should have probably done that one first. Can't you also place wood in some places, like the logs with the same texture on all sides? We could, theoretically, yes, but those are expensive to make. So we could, but I'm a little too lazy to actually go make them. Not just lazy, but it's like it uses so many logs. Okay, so we go out here. And then like that. Okay, I'm going to have to take down my scaffolding contraption for a little bit. So I'm going to need more scaffolding to get to the right point. I mean, I have more scaffolding somewhere. So right now I'm working with 30 scaffolding, which obviously isn't that much, but... Also, I have to watch out because this tree is getting really close to that tree over there with the size that I'm currently working with. Do I still have a slab? I do. And then maybe I can end with a fence on the edge. And then we need one from here to kind of go down a little bit. I mean, if we add leaves around that, maybe that might actually work. The thing is, again, you're not going to see how this looks until we add any of the greenery in there, which is exactly the difficult part. Okay, let's go up there and add our first bit of green. Probably can go... It's actually kind of difficult to like coordinate. I remember building the fairy tale tree and I had this exact same problem. It was like really difficult to navigate what I was adding. Like, for example, there definitely needs to be another leaf over there. And it already helps that I can fly now. Well, that doesn't help if you just fall down, Ro. I thought I could make that jump, but I couldn't. That's fine. I can just go like this, I think. Okay. And then I think we could do with like a darker block over there. Let's see if I can pull this off. Because that one can go over there. And then we can have this one over here. Add this one here. have some leaves in the back. And then the hardest ones to do are like the ones underneath the stem. That's not the right block row. Tried to place scaffolding. Place just a bunch of wool. Okay, we can also go like this. I don't want to talk about that. I'm slowly starting to understand people being Maggie who exclusively build with moss scaffolding. Like, I am starting to see a point in that. So you can't, like, go through it. I mean, I still don't think I would do it because I'm also too used to being, or like to building with actual scaffolding at this point. But I'm starting to slowly get it, though. You know what? I think I actually might have gone too far out here. So I stand inside of it. Yeah, you know what? I should probably download the unobstructive scaffolding from Vanilla Tweaks. Because I hate when you do that, the scaffolding gets in your peripheral. Okay. Hold on. Because I can't see shit when it's this dark. But yeah, I fear I might have gone a little too far away from the trunk. I don't know if that's actually the case. Maybe if we add more branches, it's going to all make sense and it's going to be fine. But right now, it kind of looks like that, and it worries me a little bit. But we'll have to see once we're done, I guess. Because like I said, that's the annoying part with custom trees is that's why most people design these things in creative before they start building them in survival, which I could have done, but I didn't because I was being adventurous, I thought. But I'm starting to understand, oh no, why people do that though. Okay. I guess I can just add like some additional leaves. But yeah, I know that Vanilla Tweaks has the unobtrusive or unobstructive thingies. That might actually be great to download at one point. Okay. I planned a huge building creative, and I'm thinking of learning like Matticats to transform it into. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I can see why you would want to do that. Okay, listen, I know that it's really hard to see if this looks good because it's just one branch, but I think if it's multiple, it might actually be interesting. I also feel like it would probably help if we had more texture alongside that part. I think, honestly, shelving is really one of those things that when it was released, like some people weren't super enthusiastic about it Because we're like, yeah, this is really what we need, blah, blah, blah. This is going to be the closest thing we ever get to vertical slabs. But I think for builds like this, having the shelves is, it's like, I don't know, the layers and texture that you're like able of adding this way, I absolutely love it. I love the shelves. And I think for builds like this, they're perfect. They add such an interesting visual thing. Also, you know what I think we could do? Right now, this looks a bit weird, but I think we can use chains with lanterns. Actually, maybe it's kind of perfect that we have a lamppost here, or like a lamppost, a fence, because we can be hanging like little lanterns from this build. I think that could be really cute to sort of light up this area as well. Also, there's one scaffolding somewhere that I didn't pick up. Oh, right there. I was like, I can see it on my map. And we can also use glowberries, I think, to maybe like fill up certain of those dead spaces, to kind of just have like a little bit of greenery hanging from it, maybe even with actual glowberries in it, but just to have some like details. Hi, Nymphleora, welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Okay, so now that we got that first part in, let's actually see if we can work on the second part, which we're going to need mostly spruce logs. And that one is going to come out, I think, maybe from here. So it can start a little lower. I think that's like one lower than the other one. And then there's a couple of things I want to do with this one, because I want it to also come out to the front here a little bit. I want to see if I can do this by just standing on the ground. Like so. Is this a custom tree? Yeah. I started working on it, which has been really scary, but I think we're slowly getting somewhere. I think we're slowly getting somewhere. Also, I just noticed something. I'm really happy with how the base turned out already. I think it's coming together nicely. Do I want it like that? Do I want it like this? I think I want it like this. I'm trying to do it so like it really looks like the roots are in the hill, basically. And I've just started adding branches, which has been kind of a tough thing to do. Like it's not easy for some reason in Minecraft to come up with natural shapes. You make this tree base look really easy, by the way. Kind of make it, really? You think I'm making it look easy? Oh my god, thank you. I'll take that compliment, because it's not feeling easy right now. Like it really feels like my brain is doing a lot of math. Okay, hold on. Let's go like this. To be honest, if there's one thing I remember from the last time that I was doing something like this, it was that I basically just continued to add to it. Like I just added things. I just added more branches. I just added like more bits and bobs. I kind of just kept like sort of designing bits and bobs of the tree, because in the beginning, the process, I was like, this is not working. This is turning out so ugly. And then eventually the tree really worked out because I just trusted the process of the ugly phase. And this is something I've had so many times in Minecraft. Like, I think I don't know if I cut that out of the 100 days video. I might have cut that out of the 100 days videos for the sake of like time. But I had like a mini crash out in the 100 days video as well, where I really just felt so overwhelmed and so stuck. I definitely had that with the 1 week build challenge I did with all the girlies. Like, I just, at one point, I was like, oh my god, everything looks ugly and I don't think I can fix it. And in Minecraft, such a big part is just kind of accepting the ugly phase and just letting yourself add like all the details and all the bits and bobs, because that in the end is truly what makes it pretty. But this to me, as like someone who loves to make not perfect build, but like is a bit of a perfectionist, or like at least I'm a bit of a control freak. I really want it to turn out like I have it in my brain, right? So if it's not like it is in my brain, to me, it's a bad build, even though it's maybe objectively not a bad build. It's really hard to trust that process sometimes, because I'm like, what if I don't get to it and I did all this work for nothing? So yeah. It's really one of those things where I've been just trying to allow myself a bit more space to go through the ugly phase of things. But it's hard. Okay. I just decided to add some dirt here so I could easily see that I still needed to remove that. We can add this one over here, and then maybe we can... Oop, I placed that completely in the wrong spot. I'm going to go out here. So we now have a tree branch that will have like sort of like a little bush up here, little bush here at the end, little bush here at the top, and then I think we can maybe even... Hold on. It used... You used 3,200 mangrove logs? So tree farm time? I actually don't know how well mangrove does in a tree farm. But that sounds horrible. I'm so sorry. Do I like this actually? No. I think I might just go like this and then add some leaves around it. Also, what kind of funky song is this? This is just in the lo-fi playlist, but my goodness, we're listening to jazz. I kind of like it. Thankfully, I already have the tree chopping mod. That is, oh my god, imagine if you had to do mangrove without the tree chopping mod. Just 2 shulkers. That's actually kind of crazy. That is so much. But I get it though, because mangrove is so pretty. Okay, also I've been trying to be like somewhat consistent of using the moss on like closest to the chunks. The chunks. No, what? Bro, brain glitch. The trunk. Because that's like where I would assume the leaves to be a bit darker. Okay, hold on. Because we're gonna need to sleep. Because it's dark and that tree is not spawn proof yet. Exactly, we've just been chopping mangrove for like 3 months straight. Nothing else. In case you had any other aspirations in your world, too bad for you. You're just chopping mangrove. See, that is what always astonishes me. If you look at like Minecrafters, like hermits, for example, doing actual like full-on builds. I'm like, how? How do you do this? Like, how many hours a week do you just casually spend on gathering resources? It's ridiculous. And like, I know a lot of them make farms for stuff, and I know that a lot of them also, they use like the shopping district for a reason, right? Like that way not every single person on the server has to get every single resource. It's just wild to me sometimes. Like, how do you guys even do this? Like, it's hella impressive. Listen, when I saw the episode of Scar mining that many diamonds, I was like, dude, how? Yeah, exactly. They found my 6 shulkers of stuff. That's how they do that. They'd be stealing. No, but when I saw that, I was like, dude, how, why, when? It was one of the most Scar things to do, though. Like, if anyone... Yeah, that would have been... that. Yeah. If you had told me, like, one of the hermits went to mine 2 full chests of diamonds who was it? I'd be like, probably Scar. I don't know why, but that just fits him. I love his videos so much. Just in general, I've been like really loving all the Hermitcraft content from this season. I've been watching Tango and Scar and Impulse together with Scott. And then I watch Gem by myself. And then sometimes I try to watch Grian as well, but it's just difficult. And then I mostly see things from False on Twitch. And I see, like, I sometimes watch Pearl's video as well, but I don't keep up with, like, the chronological order of Pearl's video. Sometimes I just hop in to watch a new episode. I haven't seen anything from the art gallery. No, I've only seen a little spoiler in Scar's video of the art gallery, but I'm really excited to check it out. I'm really excited to check it out. I think it looked really cool. That's also a really, in my opinion, like such a Mumbo thing to build, an art gallery. You need to get back into watching Hermitcraft. This season is really good. I can highly recommend it. I can highly recommend it for sure. They're doing such a good job with also like just the team building and like the collaborations and people checking in on each other. And I don't know, it's just really, really lovely to see. I would love it if Scar has a meet and greet. I don't know if he's going to be at TwitchCon US this year, but love to go for another one of his meet and greets. At this point, I'm just a regular. I'm like, hi, it's me again. The thing is, like, with a lot of the other hermits, I think I might actually see them at other events I'll be attending. So then I'm like, okay, I'm probably not going to sign up for their meet and greet. Unless it's for, like, shits and giggles, you know? Just because it's funny to sign up to their meet and greet. But with Scar, it's like he usually doesn't attend for obvious reasons. He doesn't attend like the social events and like the parties and stuff outside of the con, which again, like I said, for like obvious reasons. Like health-wise, that's just such a risk to go to those crowded spaces, and also in terms of like accessibility doesn't always work. Michelle, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. How was your stream? I see you're playing some Stardew today. What were you up to in Stardew? I would love, love, love to hear it. Thank you so much for coming over. I really appreciate that. I hope you had the best time on stream. Anyone from my side, please make sure to go drop your bum on the follow button that is floating above chat right now. And for anyone who is new here, welcome in. My name is Rosanna, or Ro. I use she, her pronouns. And on the channel, we do co-working, gaming, and a sprinkle of IRL. And I am currently working on a custom tree, which I wish it wasn't raining because it truly looks better if it's not raining. But I'm a little scared of this project because I've actually never done a custom tree of this scale or size or detail, I would say. I have done one custom tree before. That was also quite big, but it was a very different vibe. It was more like a dead tree as well. So it wasn't as lush. So I'm a little scared. Like I continuously try to see the vision and see if I'm still working towards the right thing, but I think it's working out so far. So if you guys want to hang out, you're very welcome to do so. But also if you need to raid and run, raid and rest, please make sure to do so as well. We always say here, self-care is very sexy, so please make sure to practice it. And also, Princess Monkey, let's freaking go. Thank you so much for hanging out enough that you got to redeem the coconut roll. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that so much. But yeah, thank you so much again for the raid. I really appreciate it. And also, thank you, Esther, for setting up that roll. I appreciate that too. Okay, we definitely need a branch back here as well, because right now that side of the tree is a little sag. But I do think I am going to go and grab my... stream was great. We're trying to get more money as it's fall, so it might be easier. Nice, let's go. Is it your first time playing Stardew? Or have you been playing for like the second or third time? We recently got back into Stardew as well. And it's been really fun. First time catching, streaming, your world looks so pretty. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so this is my forever world. I'll quickly show you a little bit more. This is my starter island. If you look at my map, this is basically if you spawn into this world, you spawn right next to this village. And I decided to move in on this island over here. So we have a tiny island here that has my house on it. This is like my starter home. Also, like I said, I really wish it wasn't raining. It looks a lot better without the rain. But we've recently been working on this really big project of turning this entire area in here into like a town square kind of vibe. So this is one of the first builds I did in this world. This is my iron farm. That's why it's such a weird like shaped build. It's very square because it holds my iron farm. But I kind of figured it looks almost like a, how do you say it? Like kind of like a harbor building or like a city hall kind of vibe. This is one of the more recent builds we did. This is my storage room. My storage room is, hold on, if I can show you correctly. This is kind of like what it looks like on the inside. So we have bulk storage downstairs of all the resources that you just have a lot of. And then over here we have like more specialized storage. And as you can see, we still have quite a lot of space here. I also have a map of what my world looked like in June 2026. So as you can see, there was no town square yet. We've actually been working on that pretty recently. I also have both of my cats. I have IRL living here in my storage room as well as in my house. I just have them duplicated. I also have a basement, which I use for some farms. The basement is not supposed to be pretty. It's just supposed to be functional. But yeah, we turned this into like a little market, kind of with the idea of that this is the harbor. This is where you arrive into the world. So this is also where you probably would do some trade. And then back here, we have all of my farms. So this windmill is actually my farm storage. So it has all of my seeds. Then back here, we have an automated honey farm and 2 barns, which look very innocent. But this one holds my automated wool farm. And this one looks innocent enough until you go underground. Then you see that there's an automated chicken farm. There might be some cow crushers, but we don't talk about those. And this is also where the storage of my wool is. Like it basically goes from that one barn into here so I can easily sort it. And then we have a nice little magical pond with a waterfall where we used an existing water feature. So this was like partially on the island already, and I kind of decided to keep it because I thought it was really cool. And something that we're working on right now is this big custom tree here on the hill, because I realized I need something to kind of separate what we're doing down here and what we're going to be building up here, because eventually I'm going to be building sort of like a pagoda or like a, I don't know, I think pergola kind of vibes that holds my nether portal. Because right now I actually don't have a nether portal. It used to be right here. I took it down so that I could start building, but I currently do not have a nether portal. But I want to put it up here and then put a really pretty build around it. So basically, this is like your way up to the nether portal. On that side, oops, sorry. We're going to build a village eventually. So that side is also going to look nice, but right now it's a bit ugly. But yeah, we are designing this custom tree today, and it's definitely a big project. You play from time to time, but you're not great at planning, so it goes as it goes. Honestly, that is very valid. We were recently talking about this on stream as well. How, also, hold on. Oh, that creeper. Okay, I was like, is that creeper in my storage room? But no. Gazebo. Yes, thank you. That's what I was looking for. My brain couldn't come up with that. But then Stardew, one of the things that I've recently been doing is instead of trying to grind things, I've just been trying to take it slow and not plan too much and kind of just like plan a little bit, but not stress too much if it doesn't work out. And that is honestly making it really relaxing to play. Like I'm having a great time playing that way. Okay, let's see. We definitely need some leaves up here. Let's get one of those wool blocks. There we go. You know what? I'm really liking it. I was gonna go get something though. I'm just realizing this. I walked over to my storage room because I wanted to get glowberries. Because I actually think that that is gonna help a lot in the final details, and I already need to see it a little bit just to see if it works. Oh, it does look really cool. If you come for my storage room, like imagine that this tree is going to go up here as well. I like it. I do wonder if I'm not making it too large. That's the one worry that I currently have is that this tree is going to be too big for the space. And then it's going to actually look a bit out of place. I'm just farming a bunch of glowberries quickly. Because I only had 2 left. Okay, but I do think that this is the right way to go. Sprookjesboom is also big. That is true. That one was also quite large. And then I think this one could actually hold a glowberry. I just need... I need... not scissors. That's not the right word. Shears. That's the word I was looking for. I don't think I have any in my ender chest, so I just quickly have to go pick them up here. It's like, where did I put them? But yeah, we have multiple right here, so we should be all good. Yeah, I do think we're gonna have to figure out, like, that part right now looks so weirdly empty, but I think if we continue the tree, probably that's gonna make sense. Okay, I go like this and then add a glowberry. And the same here. There we go. Now it can't grow anymore, but it does have a glowberry in it. Oh yeah, that does a lot, actually. Oh, that's great. Okay. I'm happy I did that. We can do something similar here. There we go. I think that's going to add a lot of nice detail. I like it. I like that a lot. Okay, so... I think I just got stung by a mosquito on my hand. It's not nice. It itches really bad. I think maybe before we go higher up, hold on. Let me actually open my inspiration photo again. Kind of just to see how we branch out from here. I think we can just go for almost like a really simple straight branch here. Like nothing too fancy. I think especially considering that this is like close to the ground. I think this should work. Like it doesn't have to be super tall or anything. Because then it will get just really cluttery. But otherwise, it also looks weird if it has nothing on this side. I'm also seeing that I definitely missed placing leaves on the side of the tree. This side is really empty. Let's do one of the wool bits there. Can I reach that? No. Yeah, I can. There we go. I just realized that I should probably eat. Ooh, standing under this, seeing the tree and then kind of like seeing it frame the buildings, that looks really cool. I also think that having glowberry, can I reach that? Do I want to do 2? I think I might want to do 2, but just no glowberry in it, just the vine. Yeah, that definitely was a right choice. It's like a small little detail, but it definitely adds a lot. Okay, so I think now that I have a pretty good idea of what to do with the branches, I might actually just start doing the branches and then later add the leaves. I also realized that we haven't been using the flowering azalea. I think we could use those later to like kind of go back and add some of those in. I think that's going to work. Okay, so now we're going to go up there, and then we're just going to, like, in the tree, basically, continue the branches. And one of the branches is going to go out from here. I guess like so. And then one of them, I think, is going to go like this. And just stay relatively short, I think, instead of go all the way out there. Let's see, because that tree actually goes higher up as well. Yeah, I do think if we hold on. Maybe we can do 2 fences actually. Like so. And then I think we're almost going to have to like go on top of the tree a little bit as well. To like have some bushes up here. That would be like the peak of the tree, right? Actually maybe it shouldn't have that much. Maybe if it's just this, that already works too. And then I think it would be nice if we have like a similar, like bigger branch going out here. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. I hope you're doing so well. If I go like that, do I need one that goes that direction too? I think actually we can have this go like even higher. So that would be like the middle of the tree, but then there's one branch that kind of grows out on the side here. And then looking from here, you can see that one, and that one. Yeah, I think honestly with that, we might actually just be done with the branches. The thing is, I'm going to have to place... I need to first sleep because it's dark and this tree is not mob proof. That's something else we're going to have to figure out. Like if there's any spawnable blocks in the tree. Because imagine if I'm just like chilling in my world and there's all of a sudden there's a creeper in the tree. And it just walks out of the tree on top of my head. That could happen to me on a bad day, you know? I can just see it. That would be just my luck. No, why does it place like that? Silly. There we go. That's better. Yeah, that's... I knew that that was going to place like that. Although I guess with that one, we can place leaves in front of it as well. Ouch. Okay, so we have a bunch of like tree trunks here in the middle that currently do not have anything. I think what I might just do... Oop, I didn't mean to place those here. Hold on. I meant to place my scaffolding here. I might just like try and close that off, sort of. Okay, how am I going to get there? Help? I guess the answer is not like that. Oh my god. Okay, so that is not the exit. Is the exit here? The exit's also not here. Is the exit here? Yes. That is a reasonable exit. That was very silly of me. Anyways. I love how I also specifically made a problem out of this, even though I just had scaffolding here and it wasn't that difficult to just walk over here. Also, I'm covering a lot of that with shelves, now realizing that if we put leaves in front of it, you're not going to see half of that, but it's fine. It is fine. So what I was doing, I was actually placing this, and then I thought we could do slabs, and then I guess just have like another trunk like that, maybe. And then just have this there to connect that a little bit. Okay, let's take down all the scaffolding so I have everything back before I start figuring out whether this is what I want. Also, I keep losing more and more scaffolding. I started with 30. I have 26 left. Okay, definitely needs greenery here because that right now looks a little sad. Also, that's how you lose scaffolding, Ro. If you leave it in your tree. That is potentially not a great use of scaffolding for decorating the tree. And I think especially if we continue to decorate with the glowberries as well, and maybe add lanterns and stuff later too. Yeah, I think this has great potential. The only thing I'm worried about is this part. I think this might have to come out one more. Just because otherwise it's not really overhanging as much. And I really like that idea. But that's okay. We can fix that. quite easily. I can just take this and go like this, and then maybe go 2 fences. And then add some leaves and stuff. Yeah, and then we're definitely going to have to add like fences and stuff in places like that. Maybe I should do that before I start adding leaves because it becomes harder as soon as we have all the leaves in. Like basically on connection bits like this. Let's see, where do I have those? I guess here's another connection bit. How is that connected? The sun is really in my face to... I think that needs to go. Yeah. I mean, here I have a shelf already in the connection bit. We can have one here. I think round the corner there, but I don't think I can reach that from this side. Lantern. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Lanterns at like different heights and stuff. I figured that would probably look like really magical. Yeah, I think that corner there could do with a final fence, and then we're gonna start adding leaves. There we go. Yeah. Okay, and the best thing we can do is probably go bottom up with the leaves. So literally start adding the leaves at the bottom and then just go on top of the tree and add all the other ones. But that means that we're going to start with the bottom of this one. And with this one, I think it might actually be nice if we start in the corner. And then maybe not there, because that's like the connection bit. Okay, then we would have to go on the outside here. Yeah, and that's like would be a perfect place for a lantern, I think. The thing is, it's really hard to do the leaves from the bottom, but it is simply the most efficient in terms of climbing up and down of things. Okay. The rest, I think, we're gonna have to do from the top. Although, hold on. Every single time I scaffold up, I'm like, okay, surely I have scaffolded high enough. And then I realize that I have, in fact, not scaffolded high enough. Okay, now I will have to go up there, I think. So let's go from the side. And let's see. So currently I do... not me almost falling. Ooh, thank you for the uptime reminder. You're all... Yeah, exactly. Scaffolding. I see what you think. I see what you think. Sure. I see what you did there. That's what I wanted to say. But I see what you think works too, I guess. I swear to God, my brain today is not braining. Not that my brain is braining any day, but it's actually extra bad today. Um, let's see, because this is where we're also going to navigate to the one next to this. Which I guess I can add some of the wool. But that one we haven't actually done the bottom for just yet. And I don't think I have a good block. Oh, I actually do have a good block where I can stand on. Okay. We have to sleep again because darkness. I do think if we add lanterns in the tree, we also don't have to spawn proof it because the lanterns are just going to light it up for us. I actually think that works pretty well. I do think this one needs to be higher. But I like it. I like it a lot, actually. Let's go to this side and fix that branch too. Okay, let's actually try to keep some distance. Ooh, I ran out of leaves. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. That's also unfortunate. I have more, right? Oh, I do, thank God. I think I actually only used one stack so far. But let's try to not get too close to that side. Because then the branches are going to connect. And I think it might be nicer if we keep them a little separated. Like if this one has a little bit more breathing space. Otherwise, they're just going to blend together. And I don't think that's going to look really good. Yeah, if we just add on the bottom here, but like not there, we stay away from that a little bit, I think we should be good. I like it. I like it. Ow. The amount of fall damage I've taken just building this tree is actually ridiculous. I just keep messing up. Okay, then let's focus our attention to the middle bit here. Which I said needs to be higher. How am I going to get there? Well, not like that. That is for sure. I think I might actually have to go from this side and then go like this. Yeah. Okay. And then I need that fence back. I love how I walked off of it, which obviously means I can't put the fence back. But that's okay, because we're going to have to place our blocks here anyways. Let's see. Can I... Okay, hold on. Gonna go like this and then put this on top of it. I don't want to talk about it. I keep falling. It's so bad. I just focused. We're just not jumping anymore. I'm done jumping. So I'm basically... Oh my fucking god. Stop freaking falling, Ro. I'm just so jumpy today. Yeah, apparently. No. I want my moss block back. Thank you. Okay, I think we need to go in through the other side now. That's the downside of once like the tree gets bigger, it becomes harder and harder to actually access all the bits that you need to get to. Hold on, I want to grab that scaffolding over there before it despawns. And I lose more of my scaffolding. This is looking so cool. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I am happy with how it's turning out. I actually think a shelf would look really neat here. And maybe some... Okay, I think we do need a little bit more leaves here to go down. Like on this side, I think it's great if it doesn't go all the way down. Kind of does anyways. Okay. How are we going to get to the other side? I think we're just going to have to get out of the tree. And go to the other side again. That's okay, because that's where the next branch is anyways. Decisions. Can you go to both? Would that be an option? Technically, yes. Do you want to go to both? Wallet-wise, no? Okay, fair enough. Cinemas did... I mean, they were always a little expensive, but I feel like as of recently, they got so much more expensive even. Okay, the scaffolding here was good. Cinemas require pants. I see what you did there. Okay. We're gonna start with this block now. Nope. There's a shelf there, so let's keep that. Okay, I like it. I think branch-wise, this might be good. Hello. Thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? Thank you for deciding to bring everyone over. For anyone from my side, if you're not following Tanisha yet, what are you doing? Go fix that right now. Tanisha is literally one of my build inspirations. She makes the most incredible builds, has the most incredible Forever World project. So if anyone is ever interested in seeing what a world can look like if you build in it for multiple years on hardcore as well, you should go drop your bum on the follow button right now. For everyone who's new here, welcome in. My name is Rosanna or Ro. I use she, her pronouns. And on the channel, we do co-working, gaming, and a sprinkle of IRL. And we have been tackling a pretty scary project today, which is a big custom tree. And I am a little scared of custom trees. I've done one before, which was a very different style to this. It was like a fairy tale tree, had a lot less green and lushness to it. Of course, it's gonna get dark now, which means I gotta get to safety because this tree is not spawn proof yet, and I would much rather, even though a creeper is green, not have it in the tree. Yeah, they're so scary, but so worth it. That's already what I'm like realizing right now, because we've been working on this big town square, and I had this really weird corner here. I just didn't know what to do with it. And then we figured, you know what? I think a really big custom tree would be super cool. So we've been working on like the basic structure for the whole stream. I was just adding some final leaves. And I think now comes the time to detail it with both glowberries as well as lanterns. That is the plan. But yeah, I definitely feel like I have a lot to learn when it comes to custom trees. But I'm just going to allow myself the space to do it multiple times in this world. And then eventually we'll see the trees get better and better. But also, I hope you had a great stream. If you need to go raid and run, raid and rest, that goes for anyone who came with the raid. Please make sure to do so. We always say here, self-care is very sexy. So make sure to practice it. But you guys are also very welcome to hang out here for a little bit. We are not going to go for that much longer, probably another like 20 minutes so that I can try and finish the tree and like add the detailing. Yeah, I'm very happy with how it's turning out, even though it was a scary thing to do. Also, right now, I feel like the green blends in a lot with the background here. But one thing I'm going to do is we're going to bone meal a lot around this. So we're going to get like grass and flowers back, which I think is going to add like much needed color contrast. I think the glowberries are going to help a lot with the lanterns as well. And we're going to put a build up there on the hill that is going to have a lot of pink in it. So initially we thought about making a pink tree, but I think it's good that we didn't do that because now seeing this, I think if back there's going to be lots of pink and the tree was pink as well, I think that probably would have clashed. Right now it is a lot of green, but I do think that we can also fix a little bit of that by getting out our azalea flower leaves and just like go back in and sprinkle those across the build. The thing is, I do love my azalea leaves, so I have used a lot of azalea leaves. So I do think we are gonna need some contrast here and there because right now it is just a lot of green and pink. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Also, thank you for those follows earlier. I appreciate that as well. I saw somebody say, oh, love the co-working. Listen, co-working is one of those things. I always feel so silly for saying that, but it helps me so much as well. I am always really happy to do co-working streams. I do them 3 times a week on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And I like get so much stuff done because I do co-working. At this point, I really truly don't know how I could do this, like this as my job. I mean, content creation without the co-working. I don't think I could. I truly don't think I could. Ooh, also Esther, thank you so much for the uptime command. I think I am gonna go for a little bit longer today, just so that I can finish the tree. Because we're like 90% done, and I would feel so silly for not finishing it today if we can. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, we're going to have to get up there again. Let's see if we can do it without falling this time. See, this is why I could never do a hardcore world, because I fall way too often. And I always say that, even though in this world I've technically only died once. No, twice. Once of my own accord, because I wanted to test a mod. So I literally jumped off of a big scaffolding tower to see if I would die and lose my stuff. Which, as it turned out, I didn't, which was great, because that was the whole point of it. And then once, when I was fighting the Ender Dragon, I was very unlucky. I spawned on the Obsidian Island, and I was trying to bridge over. Now, as I was making my way to the main island, the dragon breast. I still don't know how to say it. Fun fact, we couldn't do it without falling. But breathed in my neck, and I had nowhere to go, and I wasn't really fast enough to go to the main island, unfortunately, and then I died. Really sucky timing. Also, half of my scaffolding is now in the tree. Do I go and get it? Yeah, probably I should. I mean, we can just go make new scaffolding soon, because I have lost a lot of scaffolding in this project, but I don't know how I do that, but okay, honestly, the pink leaves add a lot to this tree. I think that was a good call. Yes, of course, Micah, of course. Enjoy sleeps. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. Let's add one here, but actually let's add one to the side here as well, I think. No, hold on. I saw that happen. Well, not even saw. I saw it coming, and then I still did it. This is so typical of me. Like, in the 100 days video that I did, for anyone who's seen it, you guys probably know the powdered snow situation. I literally say, if this is powdered snow, I am fucked, and then walk straight into it. Like, I swear to God, I have no survival instinct. I was just like a happy puppy. I was like, ooh, but there's loot. There's a ruin portal there. And then I almost died. Thank God I stayed calm and used my smart brain, and then I didn't die. But I almost died. Which would have sucked, because I already didn't have a lot of stuff. And then, you want to hear something ironic? I actually got copyrighted for the music that I used in that clip. Like, I went on YouTube and I looked for copyright-free suspension music, and then I found something that was copyright-free. And then it turned out to not be copyright-free when I actually used it in the video. So then I had to use, like, YouTube's editor to cut it out. And, like, mute the music, sort of. I was so frustrated. It's like, why? Why do I look for copyright-free stuff if it then turns out to not be copyright-free? And then I checked. I was like, do I have to credit it or something? Like, did I mess that up? But nope. Nope, the person just lied. Which was really annoying. Also, Jess, I have a really random question. Can I send you a DM about something? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. It's related to the fact that you have mentioned on stream that you have made Minecraft skins. And I don't know if you do that for other people. And if you are commissionable, I guess now I don't have to send you a DM anymore. I just literally asked you. But no need to answer now. You can, like, I will send you a DM still and you can answer in that time. There is no need to answer now or like feel pressure to say yes. It's just I was thinking about it and then I realized that you had talked about it. Don't faint, please. Also, I just added a... I forgot where... Oh, over there. Because I have a fun project that I might need. Oh, I already snipped that one. I might need a skin for. And I thought of you. Okay, hold on. Where... I think maybe... I keep pressing V today. I guess we can do one here. Also, hi, Mim. Welcome in. It's good to see you. Trying to figure out... Like, that is probably going to be a good spot for a lantern. Yes, that sounds like a great idea. That's one of the things I was going to ask, like, if you had some examples of what you've made. Not because I think that I would find it ugly and not want to actually work with you, but more so if it would fit the style and if it's something that you'd be comfortable with doing. But yeah, I'll definitely send you a little DM. Okay, so I can't add this onto fences. I knew that, but I wasn't really sure. Do I have one block? Okay, so technically there's multiple fences here. I can, of course, just remove one of the fences. And then I can add the glowberries. Like, that one can go, and then we can just go yada yada. And then I will go snip, and then add the glowberries in the middle. Speaking of our sniffers, let's actually have a really quick look to see if we have more flowers. Because we've been working in the area for quite a while now, and I think maybe they picked up some more flowers, or one of our flowers grew. I think the torch flower might have grown, and then we can put that in our little garden box. Going on a teeny tiny side quest here. Okay, I don't see any. That's weird. Okay, no, I do see. I'm like, I don't see anything that's weird. And then I was like, no, Ro, you spoke too soon. Actually, there's a bunch of them around here. I don't know if there's more that I'm missing. Can I see that on the map? Okay, it doesn't seem like there's any entities here. Oh, this one is digging right now. Thank you. This one is digging right now. So, oh my god, perfect timing. Okay, another pitcher pot. Dig time 50 seconds. Okay, I'll wait for that. How are you doing? Okay, you are gonna dig in 6 minutes. Yeah, Otis is about to dig up a flower. In 40 seconds. I'll let Otis do his thing while we quickly go gather the flowers here. Look, this is what the other flower looks like. The torch flower. Doesn't that look so pretty? I really like that color. Okay, we picked up all these. That was weird. Also, it's Casey Dawn. Welcome in. I hope you're doing so well. I don't trust this. I literally just picked up that flower and then it glitched back to growing there. I don't like it here. I don't know what's going on, but this is earlier where I lost all my shulker boxes. Also, where's Otis? Wasn't Otis gonna dig? Otis, dig. Command. Come on. You got this, buddy. Are you against other people directing people to your Twitch etiquette page? Absolutely not. No, it's not my page. I'm also borrowing it. Someone made it. I didn't make it. I just found it a really great resource, so I've been referring to it. But please feel free to also share it with other people. Please feel free to share it with other people if you find it a useful resource. What did you find, buddy? Another pitcher pod. Let's go. I find it interesting how many more pitcher pods they find over torch flowers. Okay, there we go. You can go there. Good boy. Exactly. Good boy, Otis. But when we have like a proper enclosure, I think I'll breed them up so we have like 6 or maybe even 8 sniffers so that the digging process goes quicker. And I might then also just for once like do a bit of an AFK session. Ooh, I like this when we're walking up here to see the tree like this. That is definitely really cool. Okay, I do think seeing this... I know we're going to add lanterns as well. So I know that this is not necessarily the... Hold on, I need to eat because otherwise I'll accidentally eat the stupid blueberries. Okay. So now the tree is actually illuminated a little bit as well. Let's quickly sleep. And then I do want to do one final thing. And that is get some chains and torches. Not torches. Lanterns. And I want to put the torch flower. That's why I thought torches. In this planter box. Oh, that's going to look so fun. If we have like 2 more of those, that's going to be a really funky color combination. I like it. I like it. I actually don't know if I have many lanterns left or if I have to make them. Oh my god, that's what I lost. That was in the shulker boxes. I made like a frick ton of lanterns the other day. Those are all gone. See, the thing is, I can so easily make new ones, so there is literally no reason for me to, like, go into creative and cheat it. I can just make new ones. But that's one of the things that I lost. I'm like, there was something that cost me, like, relatively many resources. The thing is, with an iron farm... An iron farm. Sure. An iron farm. It's not that bad. Like... Like, we quite quickly get a bunch of new ones. It's fine. There we go. Then I'll just put all of this back. There we go. 64 lanterns. We probably don't even need that many. In just one tree. Yeah, we have an iron fart, actually. So mature of me. I'm such a mature... Oh my god, sorry. Can we just take a moment? I want to do that again, but actually purposefully look at it. Yeah, that's really nice. Oh, thank you, Hollow. I appreciate the update. I'm very happy to learn that you're still wearing clothing. That's so good to know. Would have been awkward if you were naked now. And then updated me. Hello, Maggie. It is good to see you. How are you doing? How was stream? How was The Sims? What were you up to today? Thank you for bringing all the friends. I appreciate that so much. For anyone from my side, if you're not following Maggie yet, what are you doing? Go fix that right now. Such a wonderful, cozy space over there. And for, well, sometimes slightly chaotic, but let's keep it at Wonderfully cozy. um, oh my God, not the Raiders joining and then you sharing the clip about don't tell me if you're naked. We had a conversation earlier on stream, just for context, about how if you're naked, that is information you should not be sharing on the internet. It's fine to be naked, but not share it in Twitch chats. Not that that context makes it any better, but I guess that is what it is. But for anyone who's joining, welcome in. My name is Rosanna, or Ro. I use she, her pronouns, and on the channel we do co-working, gaming, and a sprinkle of IRL. And today we have been building this custom tree in my forever world. Also, oh my goodness. What the fuck happened that you had to tell people? Okay, so also, I hear the resubs. I'll get to them in a second, but I feel like I have to explain myself here. So, someone shared a streak message, and we've been joking that if you have a Twitch streak or like a watch streak, you are streaking. So, someone just posted their like 5 stream streak, I think it was, saying, "Oh boy, I'm naked again." And then I didn't see that it was a streak message, so I didn't link it to the streaking. So I got really confused why someone felt the need to tell me that they were naked. So I was like, I don't think I needed to know that. And then I was like, oh wait, it was a watch streak. So yeah, then we had a little talk about how it is in fact inappropriate to share if you're naked in Twitch chat. But now for the entire stream, my chat's been telling me that they are in fact still wearing clothes. So yeah, I guess welcome to the stream. Like I was saying, this is what we built today. We built a big custom tree in my forever world. This is my forever Minecraft world that I've been playing in for a little over a year now. We just passed day 600 in game. But we've basically been working on this world. I started it. I looked back, actually. I found a screenshot of one of my first days, which was in August 2025. So we've been just chipping away at this project. We recently did this entire area with all the market stalls and like the dock area and stuff like that. That's my little starter home. And one of the things that I really wanted to try and tackle on this particular hill, because it was a bit of a wacky space, I didn't really know what to do with it. We tackled a custom tree, and this is a project that I've never really done before, with one small exception, but that was a very themed tree. I built I basically rebuild a tree from a theme park here in the Netherlands. So that felt a bit different because I had such a clear inspiration. And with this one, I really just tried to come up with something natural. We did use an inspiration photo, but we technically still, I would say, like recreated our own version of it. And now I'm just adding one of the finishing touches which is just some lanterns. So yeah, if you want to stick around for that, feel free to do so. But also if you need to raid and run, raid and rest, please make sure to do so as well. And then for those resubs, sweetie, thank you so much for the 60 months. That is the longest possible on the channel, and you have it, and that is completely bonkers. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please enjoy all of your subby perks for an entire month more. Thank you for being here for such a long time already. Going for those 69, that is honestly a great thing to strive for. I agree with that. Yes, of course. Good luck with rehearsals. I hope it goes well. I love that you're in musicals. That is like such a cool thing. I wish I was talented enough to do that because it always looks like people in musicals have so much fun. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Otherwise, it just sounds really strange, I guess. But also, Hollow, thank you so much for the 45-month resub. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Both of you on tier 2. That is absolutely bonkers. Thank you for wanting to do that. Thank you for wanting to support the stream that way. That is incredibly generous and supportive. And I appreciate both of you. I do like the pink flowers in the tree as well. I'm very happy we added that. I think it was kind of necessary. I think without it, the tree was a little too similar in color. I think it was too much of the same. So I think it's good that we added it. Okay, I think we can have a lantern here. I feel like a lantern up there. Being in a musical is hella fun. Yeah, see, that's what I feel like. Actually, maybe we can do one here and one there. Just like both. I remember saying to myself that we could add a lantern. Can I? Oh, come on. No, Ro, not the direction I wanted to go in. Yeah, that works. Let's see. Oh my goodness. What is happening with the raids today? Hello, friends. Amber, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate that. Ah, there's so many of you guys joining. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you for bringing everyone over. Look, I made a custom tree. And it was really scary, and I think I did decent. I think I did decent. I'm still adding some lanterns. That's like the final details. But I was really scared of this project because I'd never really done a proper custom tree. But welcome to my forever world. Also, anyone from my side, if you're not following Amber yet, go fix that right now. Amber's literally my bestie, Twitch IRL oversharing bestie in any capacity. And she's also amazing. She's on one of the coolest projects in Minecraft right now, which is called The Flight, where she's doing incredible acting, might I add. Like, I was in Amber's stream the other day, literally choking up over the whole character storyline, and it touched me. So yeah, go follow her. You will not regret it. I can promise that. Also, for everyone here who is new, welcome in. My name is Rosanna, or Ro. I use she, her pronouns. And on this channel, we do co-working, gaming, and a sprinkle of IRL. Which one? Oh, it was when you were trying to kill the bandit with your sword, but you couldn't. You know, that story. Because it was enchanted. I was literally trying to, like, I was wrapping up my day and I had your stream. I was lurking and then I had it like open and then I heard your voice and I was like, oh my God, girl, hello? Heart, like knife to the heart. Hi, it's me, the bandit. Yeah, I've heard things about you. Good things. But also things that are hurting my friend. No, not really. That's jokes. Okay, that's jokes. But truly though, your acting is like amazing and it really made me choke up. I only heard all my friends. Okay. As long as it's just your friends, then it's good. But yeah, this is my forever world. This is my project that I started last year in August and I've been chipping away at it bit by bit. This is just one of those things that I love to come back to. I made a mod pack for it myself to just have Minecraft exactly the way that I like, which is very particular. It's kind of a 1-year anniversary. Yeah, I don't know the exact date where I started it because I started it off stream just for myself. And then I eventually ended up streaming it because I just love the world so much. But I have screenshots of like really early like me in this world, and that's somewhere in August last year. So I'm assuming it's a 1-year anniversary of the world. But we recently worked really hard on this area over here, which is our dock and market area. This is my storage room. This is my iron farm. That's my starter house. This is my farm area with a bunch of automated farms in it as well. We recently actually got sniffers. I know that it looks empty right now, but there's sniffers there. They're just not loading because of the render distance. But they don't have a house yet. We're eventually going to build a house for them. There are way too many projects in this world that I want to do. I want to make a custom village, a beautiful mine entrance, a zoo. We have so many ideas. So I think this forever world is going to be with us for a while. But one of the things that I really wanted to tackle is a custom tree because this corner was looking really like sad and empty and I didn't really know what to do with it. So yeah, I think we did really good today. We did the whole thing on stream today. Yes, oh my God, go. I totally forgot to say that, but that goes for you and anyone who came with the raid. If you need to go raid and run, raid and rest, raid and lurk, anything, please make sure to do so. We always say here, self-care is very, very sexy. I will also not be going on for too much longer because I already went over my stream time. I normally stream shorter than this. I normally go for about 3 hours, but I just really wanted to finish the custom tree. Like I was having so much fun with it. Also, thank you guys so much for all the follows. I appreciate that a ton. I feel like we probably need a lantern up there because that one is a little dark still. Am I gonna... I might do a chain. I think that might look better. Yeah, that's good. And then the question is, do I want to have one more lantern up here somewhere? Maybe not, actually. Just a really quick check. I know this flickers. It's really annoying. I'm so sorry. I just want to triple check that the whole tree is spawn proof, but it is. Okay. That is good because we do not want creepers spawning in the tree. Even though they are green. Let's not talk about that. Even though they are green and they would blend right in, they are not welcome in my tree. But yeah, I think that's it. And then the next time that we play here, what I really want to do is I want to make sure that the hill around it has like grass and flowers and stuff again. But for that to work, we probably should remove all those flowers because these were the ones that grow here naturally. We are building in a flower forest. But the thing is, I don't really want these in so many. I would much rather have a little bit more grass in between as well. So thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. So yeah, I think maybe this is what it is for today. So let me put my stuff away in my shulkers. Also for anyone who missed it in the beginning of stream, we had a very sad incident. My game crashed. But it crashed like right as I started. So I just grabbed all my stuff. Like I picked up my shulkers because I was going to clean up my stuff before starting the build today. And then my game crashed and I lost 6 shulker boxes that were filled with resources, literally to the brim. They were all of them, all 6 of them were completely full. Gone. I don't exactly know what was in them. So I can't really recover it. We did end up cheating, magically respawning the shulker boxes into my inventory. Obviously, they were empty. But I wasn't about to go to the end and like go do an end raid today just because I wanted shulker boxes. That was like not the vibe. But I don't know. I was a bit sad in the beginning of stream because I was like, no, we lost everything. But it ended up being fine. We just cheated it. And I think in this world at this point, I do have enough resources that if I lose something, it's not immediately the end of the world. But I was a little sad. I was a little sad at first. Because the thing is, I don't remember what was in those shulker boxes. So there might have been something in there that has been lost to the void. And then like in months' time, I'm going to be like, I swear I had one of these. And then they're just gone. Just gone with time. Okay, we can put our bed and our crafting table back in our ender chest. And then these are 2 things we probably need to clean up, but I'll do that next stream. Also, welcome back. Welcome back, Hopeful Weirdo. Let's sleep to make sure that our respawn is set, just in case the game crashes again. At this point, I do not trust this game. And I think that is it for me for stream today. I know that was a bit short for the raiders who joined toward the ends of stream, but I still really appreciated having you. Thank you all so much for being here today. I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we're doing 2 streams. We're doing co-working during the day, so if you need someone to body double with, feel free to come hang out. I'll be here literally the entire day from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. I'll be working on some things before I travel to Gamescom later this week. And then tomorrow evening, we're actually doing a very special stream. This was something that was unlocked by the community during my 5-year stream anniversary in July, which is a self-care stream. So we will also have the co-working overlays. Yes, I'm ending stream. But we'll also have the co-working overlays and we'll do like pomos basically. But the goal of the stream is going to be self-care. So I will be painting my nails and doing like a face mask and probably reading a little bit. But the goal is to just use those 3 hours to prioritize yourself, prioritize something that recharges your batteries, and hold each other accountable to do that. So we're gonna do that tomorrow night. And for me, that's perfect timing because I'm going to a conference. I'm traveling for the rest of the week. So tomorrow is the last day I'm streaming this week. So painting my nails is actually kind of a nice thing to do right before I travel and I go meet a bunch of people this week. So yeah, I think that will be really fun. So if you want to come hang out for either of those, you're very welcome to do so, of course. But let me check who we can actually raid for today. Let me see who all is live. I know there's a bunch of people live today with Minecraft as well. Let's see. Ooh, good people live. How do I pick? How do I pick? Okay, I think I know where I want to go. Let's go to Mac. Oh, that sounds so lovely. That sounds lovely, Skeleton. That is awesome. After a hot plasma walk, yeah, I can imagine that you need some self-care after that for sure. Something I really need some self-care because I'm going to my doctor tomorrow so I can have some time off and take care of myself. That sounds like a great idea. I love that we can use this space to have like a shared moment of self-care because I feel like all of us can use it. Even if we're regularly practicing it, it's still nice to have an extra one. And if you don't regularly practice it, it's really nice to have like, I don't know, an extra little moment to just remind yourself to do it. But yeah, we are gonna go say hi to Mac. Mac is playing on Girly Pop. You guys know that I love Girly Pop SMP and I love Mac and Sid for both hosting that. And she says fancy armor coming in hot. So I think she's doing the fancy armor trim and stuff today, which I think is a really cool thing to go check out. So if you want to come along, feel free to do so. If you're hanging out here and you want to know when and what I stream, you want to keep up with the community outside of stream hours, or you want to potentially join our community Minecraft server, feel free to join our Discord. For the community Minecraft server, you do need the palm tree roll, which you can obtain by watching the stream here and redeeming it with channel points. But once you have that, you are very, very welcome to join. You can also follow me on any of my other socials. I'm primarily active on Instagram, which is also where you can find all of the like posts and stuff that I'm gonna do at Gamescom this week. If you want to follow my YouTube channel, I actually recently did 100 days in Minecraft video, so if that sounds like your cup of tea, you can check that out as well. Or you can check out any of the stream re-uploads from the Forever World on my second channel. And if you're gonna come along on this raid, we actually have some raid messages that you can copy pasta into Mac's chat. We have ones with emotes that you can use if you're subbed to the channel, and then we have ones with regular emojis that you can use. Ooh, we got them extra many. I love it. I love it. But we have the ones with the butts or the hugs that you can use if you're subscribed to the channel. Otherwise, we have the ones with the little green leaves. And yeah, thank you all so much for hanging out today. Thank you for everyone who raided in, and thank you for everyone who stuck around from those raids. I appreciate that a ton. And I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your time zone. I'd love to see you tomorrow. And otherwise, I'll see you guys next week or over on Instagram for Gamescom. But thank you for being here. Bye-bye.